Well,
Like business, like
no,
there's no interest in like their history or their bloodline or nothing.
but that's what I'm saying, and that's why people just black thing. And as soon as you say something to somebody, as soon as you tell somebody, look, I'm this or I'm that,
Oh, you
and
got mad, like,
you right, and like it's like weird because it's like they're so ashamed that they don't know who they are. They don't want you like like you're. It's an affront. It's like an assault on them.
you being a hate person, as y'all used to say, like anything like that. You being a hate monger and you dissing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's
Right.
real crazy.
Well, actually knowing what you are.
It's a hate crime against
Mm-hmm.
them.
For them, because you're you're showing that they're stupid
It's crazy.
and they can't allow that. So they're gonna react. It's gonna be a reactionary vibe. Like I know Ray. Like okay. Like what? Like what's going
But
on?
but
Like what's going on? Like,
that's a reach.
mm. That's why. Like again, I'll never stop saying it. Old Dirty Bastard is a full-blooded Native American on father and mother's side. On father and mother's side. There's a documentary on YouTube that fully illustrates this. If it's still there, I gotta look for it and rip it from YouTube to keep it because I don't think people are gonna want that. I just don't think that people want this. That should like when I tell someone that you should be running naked in the streets who's the Eureka person? Boy. Who's the mathematician that everybody something at ease or something at ease. I'll remember in a minute. But right? Like I don't see why everyone's life doesn't change. The minute you learn that Old Dirty Bastard is a full-blooded Native American on both sides, that should you should quit your job. You should start killing people. You should start everything should change because that should make you know that nothing you think is true. So not like you should leave your children, like leave your wife, everything. Tear up your birth certificate, tear up your college certificate, then everything gone. Everybody's still like going like say everything good. Like no. Me not agree with people with this is concerned. Like this is life shattering, and the man was saying it, and you just think, oh, it's just Old Dirty Bastard. He's an addict. Mm, mm. Yeah, he'll say anything. Black people just want to be anything but black. Wouldn't you? Because black is nothing. existentially like irresponsible.
But that's where it's at.
Mm.
That's where it's at. And enough people are pushed that, like straight. Straight.
Crazy though, bro. Like you can't reach nowhere without doing the work. Like, that's the one thing I was proud of. The role I knew. I never liked him when he was on CNN. I never watched him when he was on CNN.
He was on TV, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Like after the CNN thing.
Yeah, he was on TV.
But
And then they went down or something like
they
that.
sold, yeah, something like that. I think they got sold.
Yeah.
Which was fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I used to like that shit. Like, in here, they had like the Long Island news, and I'm into that. Like, I was into that. Like looking at Long Island as a whole, like as a whole region, and the weather, the culture, everything. Like, like knowing when certain tribes and certain nations are doing certain things, like knowing what's up on Long Island. I live on Long Island, bro. I don't live in America. Or I don't live in the U.S. Mainland U.S. I live on an island off the Long Island Sound called Long Island. Like, know where you are. Know what's happening. So that you can face it the right way. Nope. And they don't even know how their city is situated. Enough people think Long Island is somewhere else. Like, enough people that live on Long Island think they have to go somewhere to get to Long Island. Just saying. Yo, I'm about to go to Long Island. You're on Long Island.
I'm gonna go on Long Island.
That's so ridiculous. What you mean is you want to go to Suffolk County. You want to go to Nassau County. That's what you want to do. Exactly. That's stupid. Exactly. But the fact that you're a grown person, you're 50, you're 60, you're 1,000, and you don't know that? What does that mean? Like, what else are you not paying attention to? You don't know where you are physically. Like, never mind, like, knowing about abstract concepts. You don't know what landmass you live on. So I can't trust you. At all. I've been all around the world. Some people never left Brooklyn and go Bronx. And some people never left Brooklyn and go Queens. They never go Queens yet. And then me and you can talk? You and you can talk to me? It doesn't make sense for you to talk to me. Like, we can't. We can't. Like, we can't. Oh, it's because you're better. It's not because I'm better than you. It's because I'm smart. No, but I'm definitely smarter than you. That's really what's happening. It's not even better. That's not the metric, the better thing. Like what? Like Is Nike better than Adidas? Ah, better. That's crazy to even answer. You can say one is more popular. You can say, I think this one is more comfortable. I like these better. You understand? But that's like better.
Really? But you can't say one better.
Mm. This company makes more per year. This
It's close
company,
enough to where it becomes the wearer's like
right,
subjective opinion.
right. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder, in the sense like you can't say, you know what I mean? My wife is better than yours.
Right.
Wow. Okay. How are we going to do this? Like, wow. All right. How did you arrive at that?
It's crazy, bro.
It's just like I don't even know what you're saying. Like, what do you mean by that?
It's crazy, bro.
I mean, so
You
is
can't
that?
say that. You
Like you-
can't say that.
I mean, not with it, not in it, not and have any sensible reason behind it. Not with a sensible reason behind it. You have to be a mad smart. You just want to fight.
Crazy.
You want to fight, smart. Yo, my wife better than your one. Let's fight then. Let's fight. Because that's not a reasonable way. You don't start a conversation that way.
Not reasonable.
So in other words, fuck you, let's fight. That's what you're saying, really.
It's crazy.
I mean, so we're not getting to anything. Like we're not quantifiably, like coming to any conclusion or anything. I just fight. You want to fight, bro. So no problem. Let me and you fight then.
Good.
You understand? But like, so I don't know. English is better than Spanish.
Mm.
What?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't even know. I don't think so.
I don't think that's a true statement.
I don't think that. I don't think that for a lot of reasons. I don't feel like I should get into any of them. But I'll leave it at. I'll leave it at that. It just sounds weird to say. I hope there's not more of that where that came from. Because like, what are we gonna do with that? Like, yes, sir.
Yo, I tell you, this black thing here, like, this thing here,
It got people fucked up, bro. Like, it got a lot of these people fucked up.
It's the most incredible thing I've
Yep.
ever seen.
Yep.
Like, I never thought about it until a point.
Yep.
Like, yo, it started to look more and more vulgar to me. Like,
Yep.
Japanese and black. Like,
What?
I was like, yo, like, it sounded vulgar to me. Like,
It's a pejorative vibe. Everyone knows it too.
so,
It's-
okay, so you're just gonna erase half of her identity and just
Yep.
like slap a color on it? Like,
Yep. Yes, sir.
Wow. Wow.
With
Like, Indian and black. Wow.
so you don't care. Like, it doesn't
You guys
matter.
are gonna do this.
It coming like I eyed somebody. I eyed something like, because it's like, why would, like, no one in their right mind would do this? Like, why is this happening? This has to be biblical.
I know in their mind they think it's some kind of weird like unity thing. Like
Okay.
they think it's like some weird unity thing. Like I know what they're thinking.
Unity in what? We've all been traumatized by these specific groups that we can still name by in specificity, but we're gonna like homogenize ourselves into oblivion because what?
It's crazy.
What's the what's the upside?
It's crazy, yo. It's one of the muddest things.
Just tell me what just tell me what the upside is. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, why are we doing this again?
Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to sit on this one for a while because it's gonna be a long time before this hits them. Like it's gonna be a long time.
Yeah.
Them like wrapped up in that this black thing. You know?
Yep,
Tight,
yep.
tight,
Love it.
tight, tight. Love it. God, like
No matter how much people are trying to say, yeah, guys, but let's try to go into African American. Let's try to go into like some.
Harassment, no, no, no.
They still don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear
I
that. Like,
remember when KRS said, I'm not black or red or white, I'm brown.
brown from the boogie down. I love that.
Now you say, blah.
Black up, black up, black up, black up.
And my thing was this year being black, like black.
Everything in him.
This year being black.
Everything in him song I just black, black, black. They think because they think they're like just. They think they're just like, I guess I just gotta.
I don't know if guys got over before I take KRS did a blah. I don't know how that happened, but he did it.
He did a black cop.
You know what I mean? So
Black cop, black
he's
cop,
actually
black cop.
regressed in that way. Like, he's actually regressed.
Yep, black cop, black cop, black cop, black cop. Anybody who has say black, me I beg you no fi stop. You know what I'm saying?
If you all said black, maybe why you just stop?
Black cop, just stop.
Just stop.
If you want to say black, me I beg you just stop.
Just stop.
Because anytime you say it, it causes a riot. You understand? You understand? You want to say it bad, and me prefer not. Jesus Christ, bro. The living Jesus Christ, me I talk. Like, really? Like, the real one. Like, people always say, Jesus Christ, me I talk about the real one. The historical one, me I call. Like, the real serious one, me want to chat to now. And him me I call to because it's serious. Because people take it as joke. And yeah, man, everybody trying to like, Jesus. All right. Me, I get it culturally, me get it. But right now, me want the historical Yeshua HaMashiach to hear what me I say. Not even the church one, the real one. Yeah, the real man. Me want him hear me. And hear me out real. Historically. You know, as an ancestor, not even as a funny thing. Not even like a him me I call to. Like, come here try to get serious, you know, like. You understand? Like, put on somebody joke them. Like, for real, yo. Like, it just gone far. You know, I mean, I know where else. I don't know where else you talk about, where else you talk about, I hope you talk about work. But the Balak thing, like, it's a lame thing, like, it's literally lame, like, you can't reach no, like, you know, like, when your leg lame, like, when you're lame, that means that, yeah?
It's a weight,
Yeah.
It's a weight.
Or a wound, I don't know how to say. Or like when piece of your thighs or your foot dig out, so you get slower, like you can't move again, cause you're lame. Yeah.
It's an albatross.
Yeah.
Albatross.
It's a being.
Can't work.
It cannot work. And I mean, not talking. Anyhow, it did that work. I want to say nothing.
Right, but it not work.
No, I wonder if they don't understand what me I deal with. I know because me just don't like it or whatever.
It not work because whenever they try it, right? They try to come with this thing. The bond come here. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
Well, what you said? When them said them try something, when name what?
Black is beautiful.
But you said something before that.
No, I said them try a thing. They said, we bond come here.
Oh, we born come here, said them say black is beautiful, right?
Yeah, them I said that.
Me don't know what that mean. And there's a specific person who came up with that slogan.
Be born come here.
Yeah.
Because up to today, I'm going to say, wait, be born to today, I saw that.
Right.
Somewhere, like, I'm going to say, like, be born come I hear that, and I said that. And from a born to know, like, the thing gets worse, like,
Yeah. Get more.
Like, in terms of all the people are moved.
Yeah.
Like,
Get more toxic.
so-called blood.
Yeah.
Thing gets weird. Like, cause you look on man that moving as a 60s and them things, they're like, wanna wear them suit and
Yeah.
wanna wear them dress and like.
Yo, me want for more see some suit I wear, you know, brother. But anyway.
And you listen to the music, them man sing about love and them things. Like,
Yeah.
and then you listen to every woman in a tights and like spandex and like naked and every man that sing about shot man and like.
Yeah. And rape woman.
And
And
every woman that sing about them pum like. So like, you could look at, it's not guessing. You could
right.
I'm not guessing this. I'm not
Right.
making it up.
Right. And you didn't say whether or not you liked it or disliked what's happening.
I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just telling you what happened. Like, and I'm not making it up. Like, if you want to look, you want to look at the footage. Like,
Yeah.
what do you like? What do you want to You want to go to the library? Like, you want to get some newspapers, some magazines? Like, what do you want to do?
How are we
Get
gonna?
some
Yeah.
TV footage? Like, what do you want to do?
How are we gonna substantiate this thing before we
Are
move
you
on?
gonna like dispute what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, if the thing gets worse, like to where people have less self-respect,
Right.
like more weave and more bleaching and
Yeah.
more thing, like,
Everything will hurt you. Yeah.
like, so I'm lying, right? I'm lying.
He lying on.
I'm lying, right?
You lie on nigga people.
I'm doing lying, right? That didn't work.
It all boils down. What it really is me. I'm the one at fault.
I'll take it, like, because obviously I can't say that.
Right.
Obviously I can't say that. Like, I can't say the black is beautiful thing to feel. Like, I can't say that.
But you got to think about it. You have to think about it. Like, Ethiopia tick them, right? Ethiopia first. Ethiopia is an actual place. You can be a citizen of Ethiopia. You can that's gonna more go. Black is beautiful. It's kind of like that kind of attempt to sloganeer, like to make a slogan that to galvanize like a certain people or whatever. But there's nobody that's black. Like, who is that? Everyone's trying to not be black. Like, there's no such thing as black. Like, any of your name black. That's something like it's like what do you call that something there? Musical chair. You know musical chairs when the music I go bloom 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 and then it go bloom and then like everybody sit down. You see the person who stand up and the black person. Like you get that moniker. They go, man, I'm black. Then maybe one day you be like, okay, I'm black. Like, that's right. Like, it's a bad thing, but then you're gonna try to like double down on it. Like, no, like, it's what's started by that money can't go there even. You can't just make like the fact that you're like in a horrible state, like cool. Because you walk around like you strut around like a jackass. So now you're at the bottom of the barrel, but it's cool to be that now. No, you're still at the bottom of the barrel, bro.
Yeah, the thing mad though. It's just a really mad thing. Like, the thing gets away. Like, I'm really starting up a preparation because this place that I gonna get away at a point. Like,
Of course, it's already
I'm
going.
gonna get away. Like, yeah, it's already going on.
And if you put yourself in a position, you can stay. You know what I mean? I say you can stay the tide.
Yeah, I mean, Earth is Earth.
But like because you go on next place where super accommodating and then kill your blood clot, and then one place where they're supposed to eat it, you can set up yourself where everything good.
Exactly.
So it's just like what. Right. It's not run to Africa. It's not run to Jamaica. It's not run away from America. It's not just arbitrarily stay in the U.S. It's not arbitrarily stay X place or Y place. You have to think about it, and it's probably going to take more than you. You're probably going to want to link with other people, like it's just so much things that have to be dealt with.
That's what you're dealing with.
Yes, sir. I get to understand. I did not know this 20 years ago. Like, I couldn't talk like this 20 years ago. Like, and we was talking much more sense than whole heap of people, but
Yeah.
saying things that make sense and understanding the implications of what you're discussing, that takes time. Because you understand me?
Experience. Don't you
Right.
feel like experience?
You understand me?
Not like experience.
Like you can't substitute experience just be like like if you read 50 books a day, it's not gonna replace experience.
Nah.
It's not gonna replace experience.
No replacement. None.
You'll just
No
your
replacement.
head are gonna just hurt
It
you.
just is what it is.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Right.
I mean, it just is what it is.
You could be super more educated than a person, and the person smarter than you. They might have more wisdom because you have more knowledge, but they might have more wisdom.
Experience, them certain things enough times.
Yep.
Like there's no substitute. There's no
Nope.
substitute.
Nope. And them Buddha can't articulate it and all that. You can talk better than them all that.
Experience.
But
What?
they're making better moves.
No substitute. No substitute.
Proof of the pudding is in the eating, not in the talking.
So I really think.
You understand me? So you have to know where you are do, find a real level. Not just your talk. Like anyone can talk.
I want to deal with some kids though. You know what I mean? Definitely want to touch in Africa within a time. Enough. Want to make a links. But man, the real thing is to actually get like a vibes, like just even set up a vibes, like the thing I forgot, man.
Like may I tell you, say we can get to Africa within a year's time after by releasing music.
Oh yeah.
And this is the thing. Why I guarantee you, if we release Africa, if we release the song Africa, within 7 to 8 months we will get to Africa. I guarantee you that. And I say things like that because I know how Iggy Azalea is. I know how Jah is, whatever you want to name, right? I know how the forces of nature is then, right? Like I know how to see what you could say. It's not about saying, in 4 hours a teapot is gonna appear on my head. That's not that. Don't do stuff like that. That's not prophesying. That's not like predicting like what's gonna happen. Like that's like that's guessing or saying stupid stuff. Like you understand? That's the same way like how when you're dealing with like stock market, like it's a fractal maths, but it can be predicted. Like it's something that is actually happening. It's not just you don't just say okay, I'm just gonna invest in this stock because I just think it's gonna go. No, like you gotta educate yourself on what's going on with the semiconductors. Like that's the reason why like like car companies and phone companies and electronics companies stocks are getting are falling right now because semiconductors are is a shortage, right? So like when you're dealing with your stocks and what to buy, right, and what to sell, you have to know what's going on Earth. Like you can't just like look at the stock and then like and then like just make decisions. You got to know what's up, like in general. You understand me? In life, you understand me? And see, and then again, and those stones, all of those things is Africa, by the way. Like all like the thing for going out any phone or laptop come from Africa, the stone. Like
I get mad though.
And then like and that's why China them like go link Africa and make sure so Ima Africa good and all these things because they need those things to be. Yes, but if you have an idiot like Trump, them they might go say, yo, like cut off thing with China and Africa, shithole country, and them money are this and them money are that. Oh, and some Sweden man. Meanwhile, Sweden are mash up. Sweden are mash up down there. You understand? You understand? You understand? And the African countries them are come up. And the African countries them are built up right now and rich, no blood clot. And Sweden them are mash them. Pop them. You understand? Riot down there. Don't you tell me say a riot down there?
Denmark or something, or
Switzerland, Sweden, one of them.
One of them places. One of them Nordic places.
What you call it something that
I don't remember if it's Sweden or Denmark or
but what you call the region? The region name what?
the Nordic region there.
Nordic, but you have a next name. Where Amsterdam and all them place they come from. What you call them again? You know me I talk?
Yeah, but we're on top.
Them have a name for the whole place. Me still remember. Me still remember, but you know? But yeah, them place there mash up, brother. Like Greece mash up. Italy mash up. France, beer riot, beer racial unrest. You understand?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The only place we're not riot and all these things and mash up in Africa, we don't stay there. Even China mash up.
Yeah, true.
That's the only place where we now mash up, because when the Arab Spring go on, hey Africa mash up, whoa, right? Yeah, like look there, like when Sudan them and all them did a war and not this and South that and all these things, right? And Somali and Somaliland and Somalia and all these things a war and Muslim thing and what is the Muslim man? Yeah, and Boko Haram and them and they like Boko Haram and all them and they like they never like hey like why did Africa mash up though here? Right? Everywhere I mash up down in Africa. No, like the thing I developed, like them I got you them growing pain before you. Because yeah, one little decade, 200 odd years, like Africa have thousands of years of history, can shook off some of the little things that were happened recently.
Yeah.
You stay there. The language and the culture them can survive. Shook off what? This a mash up. Me say I one spin them spin, you know. I one look then look and spin around one time and it mash up. But it never happened in 200 years odd. Let me tell you this. I like a bit of time that. That means the place shaky.
2 man lifetime
that means that every minute the place a pop down.
2 man lifetime
Me say, if I that the place are 200 odd years and every 100 years the place a pop down, that means every minute the place a pop down, brother.
Yeah.
That means that the place super shaky.
Yeah.
You don't have no time to establish and like settle down and really start institutionalize certain things beneficial to society and the world. You don't get to do that. Africa did that do it for thousands of years, man. Did that refine things till everybody on earth and live off of where them refine. Language, everything, clothes, shoes, water. Yeah, man. You understand? So me and say, like what, like the place I popped down so easy every minute, like civil war going within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like the civil war happened when?
100 and something years ago. 2 regular man lifetime.
Then that me and try to show you, say?
160 years ago.
All right then.
2 80-year-old man lifetime.
A look at some young man life.
2 80-year-old man consecutive lifetime.
2 youth.
Any portion at a time that?
No. So that's what I'm trying to show you. So the place I pop down every minute. As you turn, as you quint your yai 2 times, the place I pop down in a insurrection and sedition. Like man succeed or secede rather, right? Man a secede, man a this, man a terrorist, man a set boom, man a carry sitting for buying man a set up just the other day, just a couple days ago, last month, man did a set up Hangman News Washington for man. And it was on TV. Yeah.
From the capital, man, I say, yo, Pelosi, we are come for your bitch.
Yeah. and the people that was in the building, like you see them all AOC or them all one of them,
Them
Taliban
all
one.
show them a spiritual man,
Yeah.
spiritual lawmakers. Like,
Them was like up at one place, like out of one part, like in the building, like a hide and a lie down and all and something, like some closet.
bend down and them things.
Yeah, man. Embarrassment, brother. It was a bend down. A bend down. Like some animal.
Yeah, I see. That's
Man, a bend down like animal.
like wild animal.
I can't really say you put in wild. That's how I make it worse. And even though some animals, say, why you not gonna do? And the mom don't bend like animals. Say, you want like some wild animal.
So wild.
Putting wild in it is hilarious to me.
Wild.
Just to make it worse, for class you that much worse. You understand?
Wild.
So you as a big smarty where I make money and I walk up and down and a lawmaker, two man running by you and you say you have to bend down like animal, brother.
Bend down low.
Bend down low. I mean, who knew an animal on the floor?
Bend low to the
Bend down low like animal on the floor. Oh my goodness. Just like some animal on floor. Bend down low.
So them vexed, that's why them vexed.
Yeah.
That's why them very upset. That's why them very upset. That's why them all I try to show them. That's why them very upset, man. I show the man that everything with them do on camera.
Yeah.
Say, see what the boy them run there so look. And the boy them running there so.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, everything with them do.
I wonder if them even have some man a defecating, are good at them defecating at them. I know, I don't know what them do and go smear place with doo-doo. Like,
Them say something like that, but man gonna do them things.
no, I tell you say them do it. Them do it.
Man gonna do them things like, yeah.
Them do it. Them do it. Them take them
Yeah,
use.
them nasty certain way, them do them things.
Remember say I recent descendant of Europe. I them I did.
Them believe.
Like one time, like in my junior high school,
Them do them.
in a junior high school, the man them do that, man. Them broke into the school during one of the holiday break and doodle, and then take up the doodle and write things like you like. I them think that from caveman days coming right down to now, them not top, bro. Me can tell you, I guarantee you, no. What them love call black nigga person in a history ever do it. Me, I tell you that, no. Me can confidently tell you that. No, for the 1,000 odd years we've there on earth, the millions of years we've there on earth, we never want take up do to go right. Nothing. No man in my ethnicity do it. No, me stand up anyway on earth and tell you that. Me not afraid to tell you, and me confident say me right. Yeah, son?
That's a bad thing.
Like you're fucking disgusting, bro. Like you show vibes where it encourageable. It like nothing can come out of your thing. Like if you're just dead. Like once you do that, no more talking, no more no argument. Me don't want to hear nothing from you again, bro. Like, yo, I didn't want you to die, bro. Like, me no want you get to say nothing to nobody. Me no want you to talk to me, nothing. Me want them to turn on the camera and find who do it and kill that person. Like, you did, yeah, especially in our COVID, yeah, like, germs in a bumbo clot, like, that means you're not business, but not. Them are real, the real animal, not even animal do that.
No, man.
Animal not take up doodle and do things with.
No, man.
Animal bury doodle.
They don't do that.
Animal doodle and go and leave doodle.
They don't do that. Yeah. That's disgusting.
Yo, cause animal know say enough it like hang the dude any way.
You do that.
Puss bury them dude. Dog bury them dude. You a take up it? You low.
Please.
You low.
Very.
You understand? So at this caliber people and them want to run place. And a bright. Hmm? You put on a camo. You put on a camo and you want to tie up man with whatever. A man did a run up and down with some tie up thing. What them call it? The hand something to tie up your hand.
What?
You know me attack? It's something where you and you tie up hand with.
The zip tie.
Zip tie, zip tie.
Yeah.
And I run up and down with zip tie, tie up man. Yo, you know, bad man want to tie up this pussy with zip tie. Yo, mother tie every zip tie on him, tie up his hand, tie up his foot, tie up his neck, everything. You understand? Like, who you did a plan for zip tie? Pussy.
The one them call up people names, so.
If them not do nothing about that, the country gone. Like, believe you me, if them not prosecute every living person who do nothing that day, including lawmakers, if them not do that, the country, the place gone, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, right? You understand me?
Exactly what they want to do. Sure, the one that must say. And I must say, yo. And then we make this slide, like, forget it, like, hang it up.
It's over. It's over. That fissure that you created, it just went go through. You're off the minute right now, right? And you want to see. I understand what the Bible is talking about. I used to be like, oh, I'm like, what's due to Caesar, give unto Caesar, and all these things, and pray for the leader of the country you're in and stuff that the Bible says. And it's like, yo, or if you pray for Rome or whatever, or the Pope or whatever, and like, you understand, like, because him have a president. See, yeah, all right, that's cool. Like, I understand what you're trying to say. Little, simple, tiny mind. Remember this. There are forces in the society what you're in that hate you no fuck. Right? And the forces that is in the government where you're the hina, them are all backy thing. You see, if chaos start, you're in for much more trouble. You see, if chaos start, like if a next country running upon the country where you're in, that means that you now have the protections of the little piece of government and the little piece of law that were did it in the first place. Then it's a free for all. And that means that you're more vulnerable. Look at the story of Joseph, right? We weren't accepted in Egypt like that based on ethnicity, not on skin color, either, right? Through bloodline, right? It was a thing. But then Joseph, which is symbolic for the Hebrews, were in a good place in the society. They worked their way into a good place in the society. They were looked on, and because of Pharaoh, because of the government, they were needed to be. They had to be respected. But the minute that government turned on them or didn't see them as favorable as an ethnicity, it was a big problem, and they couldn't even stay in the place, in the region at that point, right? So the government and the stability of the government have a lot to do with your liberty, like, oh, your thing I go, right? So the Bible says these things, and I never really understood, like, why, what? Like, pray for the government. No, but we're not arbitrary rebels. We're not rebels without a cause. Like, if the place settle down on the thing, that's easy.
Right.
Like, there's no reason to do up yourself, like, unnecessary. And that was even one of the reasons why there's a team between Jesus Christ and then Judas Iscariot and them man. Because it's two differences in politics.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That is basically Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Right.
That's lit. Oh, wow. I never looked at it this way. But yeah, because like Judas Iscariot, like those youths, Iscariot youths, like those youths, like, yeah, whatever, like by day, like, yeah. That night time, they must stab up some boy. They must find any Roman to stab up, bro. Like, them don't want to just stand around and ray, and and prophesy and all and something. They want to kill some man and fight for Israel
Yeah.
and free top. You understand? So that's like the Malcolm X approach, as opposed to going to the government and like and talking truth to power and being more
Petitioning the government kind of, yeah.
right, like in a certain way, realistically, because Martin Luther King was not a dreamer.
Right.
He was a practical person.
Right.
He actually did things. He didn't just talk.
Right. And the thing that.
So that means he practiced things. So he's practical.
True.
All right. He may have been more practical than Malcolm X. Let's look at it.
Yes, we're gonna be real.
Like-
We're gonna be real
like
and
what?
not emotional.
Like, what did Malcolm X get to do? Like,
We're gonna be real and not emotional.
was he not cut down before actually physically doing more than Martin Luther King? Talk to me. Like,
If we're gonna be real and not emotional.
like I'm not.
Which is hard.
Like I'm not the
Hard for us.
I'm not the MLK like Malcolm X Malik El Shabazz expert. Like I'm not the experts of those gentlemen, but just my little little glance at history.
Very,
Like
very, very likely that MLK did more actual.
yeah, tangible things like
Tangible
that
things.
affected that are
Right.
affecting us to this day, like
Right.
situation that you can practice, the things that like you can
Right.
literally do things with the things that he did, like you could
Right. Absolutely.
tangibly quantify some of the.
I would say so. Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Besides a guess.
So what exactly are we talking about?
From the 50s, keep my work,
Yeah,
From the 50s of my work.
yes. But to now watch the 60s, but like remember say him did that write books, he was evangelizing.
50s about the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
50s.
You see him at the end of his career, like the world stage like finds him at the end of his career because he was cut
A
down.
long time in my work.
Yeah.
So, like, man a big doctor, like, yo, come on, like.
The man a teacher, the man a professor, I'm a doctor. He come from a line.
Joke to the thing.
He's a junior, him father a big preacher, him father a big scholar, him father.
Not a joke thing.
So it's a generational vibes. It's not even no one like a one away
Not
youth.
a joke thing. It's not a
It's
joke
been
thing.
building for decades.
Not a joke.
The money that was accrued to send him to college to get his doctorate. This is generational efforts.
Not a joke thing. Yeah, not a joke thing. Not a joke thing.
And remember what we were saying, that like you can't just jump and go college like everybody had done, and then you go college and then you becomes nothing. Yo, no.
A generation.
You have to go send two more set of you to go school before them start. Don't be done. Yeah, done to the thing still. Trust me.
Okay.
Me sorry if you make you know.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah, like you have to.
Ongoing thing.
I'm sorry.
Ongoing thing.
I'm super sorry. Mm-mm. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And like as simple as you see me, you understand me? As simple as you see us, like it's generations of people build us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's generations of people. Like my brother saw a picture and it dawned on him. I know Bill, he ain't Bill nothing. You understand? A giant sitting. Not that he thought that he built anything, but it became completely apparent to him, like when he saw a picture of all the cousins before he was born.
It's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
it's not
Make you realize what
right.
you're
It's
dealing
right. Like it's you're coming as something.
with. Yeah.
Like things inform around you.
That's why these people way of seeing things. But then again, it's like some of it is like U.S. culture, like
Yeah.
individualism.
That's correct. That's
Yeah,
correct.
that's what I said.
And
That's a
exceptionalism,
cultural
that-
value,
the-
right, in the West.
Yeah.
That's a cultural value.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to bleed out in certain ways.
It works itself into every nook and cranny of society, even on a person-to-person level.
Psychology. Yeah, because it's culture. So it works itself into psychology.
Yep. So you're going to work out you're gonna use that hammer for every everything is gonna look like a nail because that's the hammer you have. Like so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna look for
Shit.
yeah. You understand that? That's your conflict resolution template.
Yeah. Coping mechanism.
Right. All these things. Right. And like so, like you understand, like them nah parse out the thing, like them nah look on it in any way, in any kind of sophistication, and that is the only way because things are nuanced. Like things aren't just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes, it can get really bad, which is where it's at now.
Yep.
Man start look at certain things and get cross, like, yo, I'm not restore, like,
Oh,
yeah,
come
an
on.
immigrant, and an immigrant, yeah, cause, you know, like,
Yeah, man, that man.
so, you know what I mean?
Boy, you smart thing, you can't sit down one time, don't study, don't look on nothing, and just know exactly what I'm going. Why you good? The immigrant them, how you know? Yeah, man, the immigrant them, man. Why this man smart, man? Him just go bloom so I know. Want some rascal kick.
Them a cause everything.
Everything and all, then of them. Like, of course, like if a guy comes from elsewhere, he's just inherently bad. Like let's not kid ourselves.
Let's be real.
Like,
Let's be real.
let's not sugarcoat this thing. Like you know what I mean? Like, what would another person from elsewhere be doing?
Foreign, you know?
Like think about it. Like you gotta be here for ill. Like you gotta be here for ill and evil because like.
Up to no good, man.
He left his good place because the place that I'm not supporting a place that forced them to leave where they are. That's not what happened. Because I don't have to educate myself on the world. All I have to do is point the finger.
Yeah.
All my only job
Give you
is,
some reparations.
and oh yeah, I need some money.
And our thing is wasn't for these damn immigrants.
Right.
They just confuse the shit, making people think that they must get money too.
You sound like you making these ADOS people sound like a Scooby Doo villain. Like,
That's crazy.
and I would have got away with it if it wasn't for these meddling kids.
I was just about to get my reparation and start letting you know if I got people.
From the region, like that is affected exactly the same from the exact same institution and the exact same people, but because of this exceptionalism that's taught here, I think that I'm some special nigger from other people from my bloodline because I was like my what they call it needed close to them money. I live close to some wicked man, so anything the wicked man get, I me forget some. Me live next door to. You did live far, so I mean I know how you will get the benefit from where the wicked man them. You understand? I want a little benefit from the wicked man them, cause me and the wicked man are par right now. I like them now.
You know, I think crazy and kind of like what I just said let's do so. Not for this word, but then it's
Right?
like,
Harriet Tubman.
really for different thing I'm going.
Harriet Tubman show man out for burn down 2 plantation what they go one night time, you know. You see me I say Harriet Tubman was a terrorist to them and stuff like that. I don't want to see her upon the money either. I don't see that as a win.
I would love it.
Like what does that have like what?
That's terrible. I would
Like
hate
don't let them appropriate her image like that.
I would hate to see that.
I wish that does she have like an estate? Like what's like
I wonder. And of course, there's gonna be some people pushing for it, but
what's so good about that? Like what's good about that?
they just want to be seen, man. You know what I'm
They
saying?
just want to be a white man. They just want to be part of this
Right.
thing.
Right.
Like, by
They wanna
any
get
means.
recognized in this place. Like,
They love it.
there's no way around it. It is what it is.
Like Da Vinci. Like I know it sounds like a tangent, but it's not. We're talking about the Americas and the way of them people are pre the thing. Like Da Vinci is taking an interview. And, like, you know, like What's the sense of, you understand? What's the sense of the music if you're not go for the Grammys, you know? You want to recognize the Grammys. Like, guys,
Wow.
they don't see any sense in doing music unless, unless there's a potential to be recognized by the Grammys.
By the white man, right?
Like, in Jamaica.
Right, like this is what I'm saying. Like,
So,
this is why
you gotta be insane. I'm sorry.
this is why like you can't reach nowhere. Like
Yes.
the thinking is like really low.
Like, he really said that. Like, in a recent interview. I'm like, Ja Vinci, like, please don't worry about
The
the
thinking
Grammys.
low, but all of them, that's how all of most of them think still. Like that's the thinking, that's the Jamaican inferiority complex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like white man seem like God, like white man are God. I'm sure like people still have like a justice, like a white justice like picture in their house, like a lot of people like
Right.
like you know a picture just as a skill picture and like a European descendant, like
Yeah. All the Ja them I say, all the everything them I say. Like, that's just slang for the street. Like, when you get right down to it.
like that's all them to the thing. Like
When you get right down
in
to
their
it.
superstition, like when they want to talk to the real Jesus,
Yes.
like a white man them come.
Yeah.
And that image they them a picture like
Yes. Come on, man.
Grammy, everything like get me
Yeah.
Grammy, like
Get me Grammy, hey, wow, me Grammy, hey.
the thing really like it really like I see what it is, you know what I mean?
When me get the Grammy, me a celebrity.
I just watched I watched a program on Channel One. I watched a documentary about Channel One, which was really good. But then they showed where it was at, and it was in a bare ruins.
Me go Channel 1, man. Me go Channel 1. Like, you don't get it. Like, Dynamic, Channel 1, like they're not, the legacy of those places, it's a ghost town. Like, them don't,
That's what I'm saying.
them money are like, it's impossible to respect, like, the way, I don't see how we could respect each other or respect our legacy or anything in
That's what I'm
Jamaica
saying.
at this how it is, like it can't be done. Like, when there was a state, I caught all of the studios just before everything locked down, really. Like, I was able to go to every single studio just before there's no such thing as studio. Like, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when I was running up and down at that time in Jamaica. Like I went to, what's the name of this studio? It's a studio where everything in Iraq is recorded. I can't remember the name of the studio now for some reason. I used to be able to rattle this stuff off in the back of my hand, but this studio was the studio like in the 70s. You understand? And damn. And I had to link because, like, you know what I mean? Like, Dave then was running around with Toots them at the time. So that generation of people, like, I had access to on a lot of levels, personally and niggas that I fuck with. So I had access to that whole generation, right? So I could get like, yo, I'm gonna go to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to find a studio that I could work in Jamaica, that suit me. And niggas sent me to this studio. I'm gonna remember it. All I gotta do is go on to the Rockers soundtrack and it'll tell me, right? And I went to the studio, and the studio was
Dynamic right now.
on a dynamic sound that are more, that, because this studio was more like, was more uptown. You understand? But anyway, like, I went Channel 1, I went down, I was in Dynamic. As a matter of fact, I met the Heptones in Dynamic when I went here that time. Like, you understand me? Like, no, not the Heptones. What am I saying? I need a roof. Oh.
Mighty Diamonds.
Diamonds. I met Diamonds, not Heptones. I met Leroy Sibbles, but like, I didn't meet the Heptones. But I met like two Diamonds in Dynamic that time. This is before cell phone with camera. Otherwise, I would have had crazy things. If I had a cell phone with a camera at that time, Wow!
Yeah.
It would have been a fantasy. If you'd have seen fantasy footage, bro, that you like anyway, right? So, boom, like, but oh, I almost remember the studio. Yeah, but I went to the studio and like, I didn't want to work there. Why I didn't want to work there? Because it wasn't a studio at that time. The studio was beautiful. It was everything, but like, my purpose was not to be a nostalgic person in a beautiful studio. My purpose was to be in the shaking hot studio so that like if I just stand up I'm gonna see Pinchers. If I just stand up I'm gonna see Barrington Levy. If I just stand up I go and see this one. I go and get to interact with people just by being there.
Right.
This studio did done, even though it was the hot spot at the time. The studio done now. In hotness. You see me I say? And it's a shame because so much historical things happening. You know, like all right, you know, like how people like revere Electric Ladyland because like Jimi Hendrix built it. That's how these studios should be. Like,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
but they don't. And then like the guys got to sell the equipment. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yo.
Yeah, did you get the food?
Yes, baby, I got the food. You know I got.
What?
You know I got the food.
No, I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm on the phone. All right, I don't want to fuss about it. I got the food. I'm here. I'm just telling you, I got the food. I don't want to fuss about nothing. I'm on the phone. All right. All right. Yeah. You understand me? Like, I would love to like go back and like do some shit in there, like really fuck with it and like, you know what I mean? And deal with it on a historical level. But them shit's probably gone by now.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Like when I went to Channel One, it wasn't. We didn't get like. It was like a ruins. It was ruining. Like.
That's what I'm saying. Like that when I was watching that thing, the ruins, I was like, okay, that's symbolic. Like that's symbolic.
Yeah, that's the state. That's the state of, like even all right.
That represents us. That's
Yep.
Us right
Yep.
there.
That's the state of the music business.
Like
That's
what?
the state of Jamaica. The whole
You
thing.
want me to- you want- I'm a bad guy. Like, cause I'm saying that.
Yep.
Like,
Because you saw what happened.
like I'm a bad guy because I'm calling you. Okay.
Yep.
Like I'm unpatriotic.
That's correct, sir.
Unpatriotic.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, wow. Bro. Like, you should actually care about Channel One more than you care about Rebels.
Yeah, but
In all reality, you should care about Channel One.
You
more
should.
Than you care about
you
Rebels.
should.
If everyone in Jamaica thought like that, Channel One would be in ruins.
No.
Like how much money I get? How much money I get driving from Jamaica? But how much money can see Channel One? Like how much money can get inspired by the history that happened there? Like, yo, and I know the team
Holy fuck.
I don't know the team right now. Like,
All right, let's do this.
respect.
Let's do this. Let's do this. This is an amazing thing. Theodoros Bafalucos. The producer for this album is Theodoros Bafalucos. I gotta know what that even means.
Like,
Who is this? All right, Chris Blackwell.
Manhead.
Chris Blackwell is the soundtrack compilation person. All right, Island Records. I just want to see what studio. I used to know the name of these studios like that. Like I was so into the history of it, and I was so into this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck anymore, and that's not a great thing, but I forgot so many things, bro. Like, it's just when I think about something, I'm like, man, I used to know these things. Like, what happened to me?
Time.
You know what I mean?
Things on time.
I don't care. Like, And not that, and it's not that I don't think that the things are that it means something or it's not valuable. I just don't have time for the bullshit. Yes. You know what I mean?
That time.
Damn. I'm trying to find out.
Another guy.
Why was
She's gonna have to find herself another guy. She don't exactly.
I mean, it's really bothering me because I'm on comments and say, yo, man, I have a link for that. So they say, what? I'm going to go down there and everything, but when we go there, like, we never see no bookings. And it's just difficult. Like, I never, like, me never like to say nobody never in there.
Right.
Like, so I'm like, damn, everybody's not here, so why am I here? You see what I'm saying? Let me get the fuck out of here. Like, meanwhile, it could have been a good situation because then I could be in the studio by myself, like.
Right.
Like,
No interruption.
right, but like,
Depends,
I wasn't, but I still needed the. I liked the traffic. I wanted to be in
in the mix, yeah.
Yes, I wanted to work where everyone is working and work where the energy is at.
Energy and spirit.
Right, right, and I can buck the artists them that I want to work with, like much easier because they're gonna be there whether I'm looking for them or not. They're passing through because if you're an artist, you go to the studios, then that's popping, and so that people who's looking for you can find you.
Right.
You understand me? I said so, especially those days, right? So you understand me? You have to physically be at the studio. Not everybody had a cell phone, and hardly anyone did. You understand me? Like that. So you just be in the place. You understand me? I said.
Nice,
yeah, man, it did nice. It did nice. It made sense. Like it had sense.
It's a certain energy. It's a certain energy. It's real. Everything within its time, I see it.
Yeah.
Our studio still I go there. Studio still I go there.
Studios are there, like, and okay, that's what I was gonna say, because, like, when I ended up at. I ended up at Anchor, right? And that was the studio. That's you understand, Gussie Clark Studios, and that was the shit. And everybody was passed through it. Every time I go there, I see everybody. Like everybody I was looking for, I see. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Bunga Erman, the this one, the that one. Like anyone we want to find, we find them. You understand? Right. And so we just go there, and things just start happening because that was the studio, right? At that time, I went to that studio not summer gone, not this summer, but the summer before. I went to that studio to record some drums. The studio was like how the one that I was telling you about, like that I'm trying to remember the name for. Like niggas had to call a guy from Wish Part, like call engineer from Old Time O's to like come. It was no daily thing. Like people not come there daily and just like the place never like turn on like in a while. Like it took a while for like just the connections to like get the dust out and like start really work back like certain patch beer. Yeah, so it's like 10 years later and it's a ghost town. Arigea. Like yo, me just read it out of nowhere. Me say recording studio shown the famous Ari J studio. Yo, me got Ari J, bro. Like Ari J was the shit. Ari J was the studio. Alright? In the 70s. Right? 1980, that's the pinnacle of Ari J studio. Like Sly and Robbie lived there. Like Like everybody lived there. Epton, everybody who's anybody know about Harry J, right?
What?
I can't believe somebody couldn't remember the name at the time, but Harry J, right? And we go Harry J because the man them were apart with touch them, they're a generation before us. So you tell them about studio, them say Harry J.
Right.
Them now go say Anchor because
Right.
that are nowadays, them man ya past them stage there, them are working musician on the road, them live a foreign peer things.
Right.
You understand? Them in the street day to day in Jamaica at the time, if you know say Harry J gone.
Right.
And Harry J Exodus on Red Hills Road for like the dancehall thing, and then real recording Anchor uptown. Right? Me go Anchor what there. No, go on for Anchor. Them have to call some man from out of one part, brother, to come deal with the session. Kind of no real engineer no over there, no real thing no happen over there. Them have to open up back the studio differently, brother. Because me say me want record a live drums. So that mean that the main room me I go in at. No man not go in there. Now where you do live drum for, brother? Like
Why did I do that?
you can't just lick like when I. You sure?
Machine.
Yeah, just lick the drum then, partner.
No one cares. Like, go like everybody else. Like, no one cares.
Right. So, right,
Don't
and
care like everybody else.
right, and I'm not even doing it for no real song that I'm doing. I'm just doing it to do it because I could do it. You dig what I mean? Just to make my cousin play two drums so we can know because at the first time in go one real studio in a Jamaica, yeah, or anywhere, like them they're real studio. No man place where them have some mic set up
Right.
and them have a computer. No, a real studio with the walls them build like and the place built for recording and the glass there and the vocal booth you have to come out and go over the song, go in one and the steel door closed. Like the place is a great institution. I mean, I start
That's
to
right.
yeah. It's a great studio. You understand me? I said, like if it deal with, if you can
I
deal
don't
with,
think that this quality of things so much in the world, but one thing and them thing.
yeah,
Quality of certain things suffer. The one man thing and them
yeah. But that's what me I try.
Quality suffer.
That's what me I try to prove to man like because I can do whatever. Like I do things by myself, but
But you know, so there's another way.
there's other things like and I've done it. I've been a person that orchestrated collaborations in the past. So it's part of my background. It's part of
I believe in that.
it's right. It's part of what I enjoy and what I want to do and what I foster in
Knowing them things.
yeah man. Like my thing that like my love work with my friend them. I love work with people who I like work with and whom just things like that because I see a value in it. Like I know what I can do by myself and I know what happens when the electricity of working with other people is a whole different ball game because you don't know what the person's gonna do. So right away it changes everything. Like even changes what you would do because you're trying to anticipate. So right away you're on a different. You understand?
Really?
That's why them say pressure bust pipe or pressure make diamond or whatever because it can go one way or the other. It can't just be passive. It can go one way or the other because the forces of nature. You understand? Or God I make you do it. God start make you do different things. God. You understand? But no, me I tell a man like I'm mad something brother like even like I'm trying to there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean I got 1 million children now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff happening, like you understand? Like trying my best to just deal with the whole thing, like you understand me? Like I'm still driving on this left. I'm still like wanting to drive on the left side of the road. Like I'm still trying to adjust. Like you understand? Like just give me a second, believe it or not. Like you know what I mean? Like every time I turn the corner, I have to decide. So I gotta go up on the right side because it look it looked better on the other side. Like the amount of time I was driving in Jamaica, like 2.5 months. So like me come back here now and me like, well, want to drive over there. So I just threw me no, say over here. So. But sometimes you're driving at your head and you're not really think, and then you turn the corner and you go, wait, what that man there do over there? Say move, come over here, so brother. But the man in the right place and my thing.
Yeah, my just
Yeah, so like, you know, but like, so me have lots of songs I'm trying to do simultaneously. I want to finish your song, but you're not really interested in it, so you know?
No, man.
Me not too, nah, I'm just fucking with you, but you know what I mean? Like, but the point is like, encouragement sweetly, but that's one thing. Number two, I don't have like, yo, it sounds better than I think. You know when you catch it? You know when you catch like sometimes like maybe it could be your wife or your child or whatever it is. Like sometimes you just take them like, yeah man. But then one time you see them, you be like, oh shit. You actually, that's how you look, or like you look good, or damn you ugly, or whatever it is you realize. You understand me? Like there's times when like there's a clarity. Like one time I played it and I was like, oh shit, this actually coming along pretty well. It's just that it's not exactly where I want it, and now that time has gone by, I want to modernize it again. Like so, it sounds old to me, but it of itself isn't bad. Like it sounds real. It's eh? Oh shit, that's strong. You know what I mean? But nah, I want to finish it so bad, bro. Like, but it's there's so much shit going on. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, I got, you know what I mean, jobs that I got to do because I'm, you know, that's for money. So I'm like, listen, I try to, you know what I mean, spend a little time on this and then do these things, then come back. And it helps because you don't ever get bored with one thing and you stay fresh. That's why I like to write like more than one song at a time. Or, you know what I mean? Write more than one music at a time because it helps me to keep each piece fresh. Because I believe in certain things. So like if I'm writing, you know, whatever for whatever instrument, like, and I just came from over there, like I'm in a certain mood, and then I come back over here, I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing over here. I'm like, oh, but I'm still have that vibe from the other thing. So like I'm still gonna, you understand? I'm coming with something. I'm coming with chops. Like I'm not just bored in one thing. So my mind is working. You know what I mean? It keeps you sharp. Like so, you know what I'm saying? And you don't just get bored and like do boring stuff. If you're bored, you do boring stuff. So you understand me? And that's one of the reasons why it's good to collaborate, because it keeps you on your toes also, and like there's an audience, an immediate audience for you to please. So it already has you like trying to, you know what I mean, get yourself together. So, but if it's just you one, like you could make mistake, nobody's gonna say nothing. Like you could do whatever, like you know, whatever. I'll fix it later or never. All right. So you never really, you know what I mean? Right. So you gotta be right. Yeah. So you gotta be like super weird, like to really push yourself. Like why are you pushing yourself? Like I'm good, nigga. But you know what I mean? You gotta be a weirdo, like, you know what I mean? Like to be like, yo, like I gotta get better. Like, what? No, I don't. I can be just like this. I am better. The fuck? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. That's a luxury, bro. Being regular, being mediocre is great. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Yo.
Mr. Sandman, yeah. Bring me a dream. Man, I know what happened. Boo doo 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 doo.
Serious thing, but I think that, you know, I think that with let's try and come out and try and move forward.
Me understand you. Me understand it, but me not even pre you know, and the forward and all these things, even though that would create a pressure. You see me I deal with? Like me I working on my own at time, but if pressure creates, things happen. Like that's the reality. Like we're in a group, we're whatever age, like niggas is coming over to record X song that we say we're gonna do. That means you want to get your verse done before niggas get this. So boom, you write it within that time, right? As opposed to you do your own thing, you have your own studio, you're married, you're a big man, you don't have to do it. Song might not get written today. That's all I'm saying. The verse just might not get written this afternoon. Fuck out of here. Right. I'm not doing anything. I'm a grown man. Eh? You know. But yeah, so
yes.
but the thing, you know what I mean? Like the urgency, like for instance, like the biggest, like it was so exciting for everyone because niggas never seen a lot of people, like not even so much a lot of people, like you, like Christopher, then he didn't see like the link like that. You see me I say? So he was around, he saw a glimpse of how the shit get and how the shit was, like, and we got a glimpse of how it used to be, in the sense of like, you understand what I mean? Like I made Dave come from Pennsylvania. You understand? Dave comes from Pennsylvania to New York State. You understand me? You come from Michigan State to New York State. You see what I'm saying? Like, and niggas convene on the place, and like the place start getting exciting, like, and niggas like calling like, yo, X amount of time away, and then because of that, like, I'm there trying to like do like a guitar part, like to make the, like, so it started to get like a wave. You understand what I'm saying? So that by the time you come through, like it's you da and all of these things, right? So, like, that type of energy, that type of electricity, that was our life, like every day.
Yep. Yep.
Like, do you understand?
It's just a different.
But I'm sorry, it's just a different.
Certain things you just can't know, like you can't get the vibes from it. But you have to be there to really know the foot.
Right. But I was able to see, because like, you know, like how you could see what's happening to you through someone else, like by the way they're reacting.
Right.
Then you start going, oh shit, this shit must be ill. Like you get that, just like you know what you're gonna say, and then you go to the audience and you go, Ray, and they go, whoa! Then you go, holy shit, I didn't know that lyric was gonna hit like that. I didn't know that this song was gonna be that well received, like that type of shit. So when you see the excitement in other people, that's when you go, okay, so that means I'm experiencing excitement for real. Like I'm not just bugging. Like this is exciting because everyone else is excited. You understand what I'm saying? So like that's when you could appreciate it too, from the way other people are going. So you understand me? And a lot of the time, those days, I wasn't happy because there was a lot of pressure. You understand what I'm saying? And we weren't like, we were under a lot of pressure a lot of the time, so it wasn't something to enjoy at that time the way how we can nostalgically enjoy it now, right? Not that we weren't enjoying ourselves, but it was a different level. It was a different like type of shit, right? So you understand me? So like that's what I'm saying. So like the linking is a real thing, and it creates a real thing, right? But we could still do remote shit. I said all of that to say, we're not really looking for you to come as much as I'm looking to cut, like, you know what I mean, steal some time and update the record and get it ready. And then I could take voice notes from you. Like you could just be like, yo, hold on, and go on a voice note right now and say a part and send it to me while we're on the phone right now, and I put it in the song and play it for you. Like, fuck out of here, like we're not gonna allow certain things to hinder right now. Yeah, like I'm not gonna, do that right now. Like, and I'm supposed to be the perfectionist, so I can't believe I'm letting this happen. You know, that's because I'm not. That's the greatest part about this thing. I'm not a perfectionist. What? What? What the hell? Like you don't get it. Like the whole point is that I suck, so I gotta really try to do well. You don't realize you suck, so you're not trying to do as well as I am. But I know we suck, both of us. So you're getting this. You're getting it wrong, bro. Like I know what you're saying, but you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. I love it. You got it all wrong. That's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got it all wrong, bro. Like that's not it at all. It's actually the opposite. You understand? Like we in there, like I'll give you an example. We in there, like yeah, and I'm the producer, right? Yeah, and then we go. And I'm like, yo, I went back to Cross and we could go there now because he's got the thing to there. And then, yo, and I met this youth and great. And then we go there and I'm playing these things and I start to get the sneaky feeling that me don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, and guess when me find out? When me realize what metronome used for. Because and the man I read, like, to this day, Dave is with me because I didn't use a metronome to do the beats. And it was so mesmerizing to him because, like, I was basically using the drum machine I was using the drum machine like a tape machine. Like, I wasn't using the click that they had. So I was listening to the sample itself. So I would just, and I wouldn't use quantize. I would just have it free flowing, and then I would put the things together, yeah, and then make my own timing, and then make it work within what it is. You see what I'm saying? And I still do those things. I still use those skills even while I'm using metronome. But I left those sessions saying, oh boy, I gotta start learning to use the metronome, like. Cause I'm bugging. Meanwhile, the nigga's bigging me up because yo, this nigga's ill. Da, 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 da. That's cool, but I'm trying to find rules. I'm not trying to be a rebel. I'm trying to find out what it is. Right? I'm not trying to. I'm being styled that way, but that's out of just ignorance. That's out of because no one taught me anything. So I just build my own shit. You dig what I'm saying? And people rate that on a certain degree. I don't. I find that I call that ignorancy. You understand? So when people bigging me up for the things that I'm doing wrong, I'm secretly learning the right things while they're saying that. I'm like, yeah man, I'm to you man, me not use the metronome, me not my way. I'll go home and try fucking learn. Fuck out of here, because the next session we gotta lock up, because the whole point is trying to lock up to tape, and especially those days with Simpty. You understand me? So you got to strike the tape. So the metronome and the timing of what that machine is key. Because so it was just a whole thing. So I'm learning all this technical stuff while niggas is just laughing and smoking and shit. And I'm like, I'm going through hell. You understand? Because I'm like, yo, I don't know I don't know anything, and I'm supposed to be the one that knows. So I have to put in more time and learn and go to different studios and sit down with this. I had to learn, bro, like, because I didn't know nothing. Nothing. All when we was in there doing shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we doing shit, and I'm still like, oh shit. We're fucked. But still, we got through it and everything, and that's cool. And I you know what I mean? I'm happy for everything. But just between me and you understand me? Like, it was rough. Like, it wasn't easy. Like you understand me? Mm-hmm. Like, I remember, like, I had to stay with niggas. I had to stay around shit until I figured it out. Like, you understand me? Stay with Premier, stay with Noni, you understand? Noel Alfonso, stay with, like, lots of mentors, like, lots of guys that, like, and the only reason why they let me stay with them, because they saw, according to them, shit that I didn't see, like, in me. Like, they were like, yo, this you. So I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm just glad to be around them, but they're literally feeding off my energy too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they see, like they like what I'm saying, and like my instincts, they can tell because they're further ahead than I am.
Right.
So they could tell, like, oh, this you know, he know. But meanwhile, I'm trying to live up to what they're saying I am. You understand what I'm saying? like niggas could see it in you, but you didn't fully develop into what they already could see. I could do it now. I could see like the potential of people now. Like the said like Bubba General vibes, the said like Jassi vibes. Like being able to like see like where it's going in 2 bars. I can do those things now. Like, I could tell if it's gonna be like, yeah, I don't have to listen to like the 3rd verse to know that you're trash. The first 3-4 bars, I know.
We didn't understand it.
Nope. We was super upset too. Like, what? Like, I was genuinely upset about that. I thought it was an abomination. I thought like the walk home was crazy. We could have chat off the black shirt off our body or whatever color shirt. The way we did that chat him.
But we didn't have experience.
Nope.
We didn't know. We're foolish youths.
Son, like no one could convince me. No one could convince me, and I feel exactly how I feel now. I just didn't have the experience. Like I wasn't smarter. I'm not smarter than I was then. I don't think. You know what I mean? Like I'm not more intelligent now. I just have more experience. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't think like my brain works better. Like, do you know what I mean? I just think I've seen enough to know. Oh shit. I say what Bubba said. Bubba said nothing wrong with it. Pop. Mad. And I get it. Like that's the type of positions I be in right now. Like a person play me something and like it's like what am I supposed to say? Oh, that sucks. Like why would I do that? Like it's like if that's what you want to do, it's great.
Yeah. It's not that. Like that's not anything.
Exactly.
Like playing it for somebody because you think their life's bigger. Like it's nothing.
Exactly.
It's nothing.
Nope.
You'll get to see that one. That's not anything that you're doing right now.
Nope.
You might not know that right now.
Nope.
One day you'll see that.
Nope.
One day you'll see that you're not doing nothing.
Like if he'd been in the back of a record shop playing your song that you work hard for, Bubba General, who doesn't know anything about music.
It's not nothing.
Nope.
It's not anything.
He's a guy from the neighborhood that's hustling. Like he literally.
You know that, like you're a youth.
Yep.
That's how the mind works.
Yep.
Yep.
To you.
To me, myself was I know like Musk can't get something out of this.
You understand me, I said?
Musk can get something out of playing.
Yep. From Bubba General, hear it. Boom. What? Boom. What? Yay. That was ridiculous, but it was awesome for me at the time. Like it was really cool, even to be in the back of World Enterprise like that, like, and being part of it, like having records to play in the record shop and like leaving records at the record shop and like it was a way, bro. And like man, and like you have to respect, like imagine like we didn't realize how young we were, like we don't realize how young we look. Like the time when I realized how young we looked and were was when I saw us on that Biltmore tape. Like years later, like seeing us, I'm like, yo, what the hell were we doing? Like what was like some really crazy youths, like being little, being around enough grown men, like feeling like not feeling like you shouldn't be there, like all the time, like murderers, like gunmen, like just there about music, but you want to do music, not at all, like not having the slightest compunction in any way, like Crazy, bro. Crazy. No, seriously. Inexcusably crazy too. Like nuts. Like, I can't excuse it, bro. Like it was not necessarily good, right?
Why?
Like I can't believe it. Like going like nope, nope, nope. Like remember when we went? You remember when we went Monique Affair? When we went to Monique's Affair that time? Monique. You don't remember? Do you remember the time when we walked in Monique's Affair, man? Like right upon the church there, so man. Church and 55th. Church 55 and 56 in between. We go in a Monique's Affair, man, and the place stop, all the music stop. And we are stand up in there and everybody I watch us like and the music now play and we say, okay. And we say, then we walk out and then the music start playing back. And everybody start talk back. It was literally like walking into someone's living room. Like just off the street, like unannounced. Like we didn't like just figuring we just go into any establishment and stand up like and hang off like take you into tune. Yo. You. Yep. Yo, I used to go someplace, bro.
It's crazy, but yeah. You trying to take that time.
Yeah. But that was the fun. Like, youth can't go nowhere right now.
Yeah.
Can't do none of that. Yep.
You basically just took a year.
More than a year. It's not gonna be like 3-4 years to me. Like it's not gonna be 3-4 years. Like me not feel like it's not gonna be like a year and then bloop like no man not go there. It's not get worse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Them I said to me, say me I hear them say it'll get worse. After a year it'll get worse. Don't is that them I say?
Crazy.
Don't them I say as some new strain of forward.
Yeah, man, you're okay.
So the vaccine where them I do, it's already obsolete. There's already strain out there. We can topple that.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. So where am I getting vaccine?
That's something I try to show you, sir. Like what is the point and the sense?
It make no sense.
You know, make no sense.
They will ask for the vaccine.
What? Completely. And you know, every time, as this mix-up happen, the one thing me I think about, the Tower of Babel. Me always I think about the Tower of Babel, right? Because me always from a youth, me I wonder why, like what's so wrong, like what was so wrong, like why Giziaba never won, why Hashem never won. People them link as one in a one unity and you understand and deal with the thing on a level, you understand? Because you understand? It's germs of chaos going happen. This mix up thing, like the separate thing, the kiddush thing, the holy thing is a real thing. You must mix with people. Like that me come find out and me never believe that. They never teach me that. I something me come look upon and know. Like in a real life, you nothing mix certain way. You mustn't go places at all times, every minute, with your germs yourself. You kill people like some. You know much people because a guy did one go there. You know much people dead through them something there. All right, so now when you see the brother them were off of the Indian Ocean, the Sentinelese. As you come on the shore, them start fire shot. That is a sensible society. That is a society that have sense. Everyone on earth would think that they're a backward place. Don't you want a football? Like, come on, don't you want like a chicken leg? Like, don't you want a Levi's pants?
I want
Like,
it.
like, don't you want an apple pie? Like, come on, like, what's wrong with you? Don't you want a headphones? Like, don't you want a PlayStation? No, I want to fire a shot in your body till you die, bro. And you see which part you drop, we are bury your said place. We don't want you to go no further than this, so. We don't want nothing coming here, so. Because it's germs and pollution and corruption. You got to disrupt the thing. Anyone I want to come in here, so I got to disrupt the thing.
Yeah, we can't take that chance.
We went through this already. All right? Kidnapping one, like,
Bad things, it was bad things.
and them learn quick. You know how much people on earth not learn? Them still want to link people.
Learn. So yeah.
Them man, they take a one learn, bro. Them take a one learn and learn.
Yeah, from now on, anyone come
Start fire shot.
immediately, like, hostile, consider that hostile.
Like, we don't want to hear no argument, no tell me, no, you don't understand that, right? No. As you talk, shot a fire.
Crazy too.
Arrow a pitch. Stone a fling. You understand? Because it can be good. Like, why are you here?
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, what you gonna tell me? Like, what you gonna tell me? That what? What you gonna say to me? Like, what? That what? Come on, bro. Like, knock this shit off. This linking people and showing up, like, and announcing all that. Like, please don't come here.
This can't work.
Because next thing, my man, I'm a brother, I'm a sister dead through disease because you come with your germs. No, I didn't mean
This
to.
thing here wicked, man. This thing here really wicked, man. Oh, this thing here just like, this thing here very wicked, man.
Everybody know for your links up, right? So the more linking, the more mix up, the more pestilence, the more turbulence in other place.
But I don't really know, like, one still, because I just a year about it, but I don't really see it, like, I mean, I don't know, like,
What?
I mean, hear about the way my people are dead,
Yeah.
but I don't really see it, like, I don't really know how to gauge it, like.
Right. Them. If you have someone in the health industry,
And them, for mostly, them.
if you have someone in the healthcare field,
I
yeah.
don't really have no one who are really direct. What's your ask?
That's what I say. Like,
My aunt.
God,
My
they
aunt is a nurse. That's what I asked her.
where she work, you know.
I really know. I think she's in New Jersey.
Mm. Right, but like they are seeing like the morgues them pile up and they try for be
Yeah, man, I hear them think that. But boy, this thing is really crazy. I don't know. This thing is mad.
you know the society, and that's what we're saying, like when like the dead body thing, like when people died, society set up a way where them kind of make it where you don't just surrounded by death all over the place. Them have it as discreet. Them have death discreet. Like
So
you don't.
this thing is kind of threw everything off.
Eh?
This thing is kind of upset the thing.
Yeah.
Mad, dude.
Them are-
It's
them
a
are-
mad thing.
Cause you don't have to bury your dead here. You understand? It kind of just happens. Like you just kind of, like the people, they get picked up, they get like this, but you don't have to like, you know what I mean? It's not,
Right, them on the service.
right, it's not that up close and personal. So you kind of don't, it's not, you know, you're protected in a certain way from certain realities
Yeah.
in the society, like, you know what I mean? And I mean, you could say what you want about it. Like, you could say it's good, and I wouldn't be able to argue with you. I wouldn't say no. What do you mean it's good? Like, it's there's a good, there's positive things or there's beneficial things to that. You understand me? But the other side of the coin is you don't really. The reality of death is not necessarily. It's not impressive. You understand me? Like It's not as It's weird, man. It's weird. It's just a weird way how it's dealt with. Now, it's a sanitized way in a certain sense. So I don't think life is taken as seriously when
Because you know, see it.
yeah, like I'm trying to articulate it, but I can't say it
Yeah,
well.
that's close to it. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
So you don't have a certain respect for it, and then like you don't go about your life in a certain way
Right.
because you're protected from that reality. Like
Protected from it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like in a certain way, it becomes like a kind of, it's almost like a matter of fact thing, like funerals and like certain things. It becomes like just a routine thing. You don't
A
really
routine, yeah.
like. It's not.
Because it's a routine.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like like I had to, whatever, man. Like I experienced funerals and death in Jamaica, and the reality and the responsibility of it. It's a whole different ball game, and it gives me a whole different feeling and outlook, and it just makes me think about these things a lot differently and a lot more. You know what I mean? I can't help but do the comparative analysis of the different societal, whatever factors that make it the way it is in either place. And, and it just goes to it just speaks to the conversation that we have about, the reality of the Western Hemisphere and the Americas and the whole thing. Just trying my best, I'm saying, to make sense of it, But like as I was saying with the music thing,
I really think that. I really think because everything is a service now. Like,
yeah,
them have somebody do this, that, everything, everybody kind of like human from everything.
yes,
So,
yes,
so it's become just like a in a cocoon.
right.
Like where you're not really.
You don't really
You're not
appreciate
really
anything.
affected by reality.
Right, because like it's systematic now that certain things happen. Like even a pencil, like, do you know how much things have to happen for a pencil to happen?
Yeah, and you just say none of that. You just
No.
see your finished product.
Right, and
You
like,
go, you see meat in a package in the
Right.
supermarket. You just see the animal that gets slaughtered.
right,
Like,
and you don't understand the
protected
reality
from
of
everything.
butchery. Like,
You're protected from everything. You're in this like cocoon world,
Right,
this make believe world. Like,
right.
it's a crazy thing.
It's like, all right.
Crazy thing.
All right, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. You just reminded me of something. Like, culturally, traditionally, and it's a Hebrew thing, right? We have to slaughter a goat, like, certain way, a specific way, and it have to be a he goat, right? Right? We get a he goat, and you understand me? What am I call a ram, right? Ram goat, right? And it's specific kind of ram goat. If you get like the she goat, them like you can't get them for 10,000, 20,000. You can't even get them for 5,000 and 3,000. You see ram goat? Now you're talking about 40,000, you're talking about 60,000, depend upon. You see me I say? It deer. Right? And like I want funeral, I know. Me can't go like one shop like down the road sanitarily and go buy the goat. Like man tell me about goat, we have to go up on one hill. We have to go way up on one hill. Like go up on one place where them call Duppy Race Course. One hill where it treacherous like the road that we have to drive pan, bro, for go up that the hill there. If you go get this ram goat, and we go up the hill, we get the ram goat, it go in our van now, boom, 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 I kick up in our van. And we have to drive down the hill back with this ram goat and whole heap of people in the van, and then carry it and go find one man who can butcher the goat properly and drain the thing and beer things, bro, just to get some goat meat for cook For do the nine, for the, it give you, it make you
That's different. Yeah,
it make you
that's
respect
different.
everything much more.
But the people, yeah, this is why them mind stay so they won't see them thing like in a plastic package in the supermarket, like they don't really think about that part of life.
Me did it when the goat kill. Me did it when the goat the skin strip off. Me did it when the eye me did, you understand what me I say? Me
Them
go,
not know that part of life, so them not see that part of life. So, you know what I mean? Them shielded from that, so the mind already shielded from a lot of things.
like me still
Like a certain part of the mind that them doing tap into because them not see certain things.
mm-hmm.
So it's certain reason you can lock off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
certain
yeah.
things.
Certain part of your brain it can't it no wake up, it dormant.
Yeah, right. So you can't even see certain things. Now that I think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a man will like grow within nature and experience certain things within the natural world. They might have a different frame of reference
course.
than somebody born in the city and they
Yeah.
never see certain things.
It's just a totally different creature. It's a totally
It's a
different.
controlled environment.
Yeah, so you,
Controlled environment.
so your mind is not
The mind
natural,
works a certain way. The mind works a certain
bro. Like the goat have a certain smell. It smells sweet, like the musk of the
mind works a
goat.
certain way.
Like now I could even see. Like I haven't been around goats in a long time, but it reminds me, and with my mind now, like I see even what hunters was going through, like why even people hunted certain animals and things like they give off a scent, like it smells wonderful, like it's a real thing. Like I remember how the goat sound. I remember the goat voice, like oh I scream because of my holy man beer things like, and then finally it get cooked and I see people, my family members, them come from all about and eat and like it's a all right. You understand me? I don't eat goat,
It's a
but
sacrifice.
right,
Sacrifice.
I don't eat goat, but I appreciate certain things, like even Hebrew history. Like I understand it more because of those experiences. Like
Right,
from I'm a
it's a
youth,
certain thing.
like when I was young, when it's time to eat chicken, you don't go to supermarket.
Right.
You go
Yeah, I guess right outside the yard.
like like either we have one or two in the yard, or when those eat, we have to get back some more. So sometime
It's not an everyday thing.
right,
It's
no,
your mind trains the people that eat chicken every day come about supermarket.
yeah, we never
It's
get to eat
not
chicken every day.
Natural. It's not a natural.
No, like and
This is a completely controlled environment.
and when you're gonna eat chicken, you remember you have to pluck some, like sometimes you have to help pull out the feather, them you have to help burn off the hair, because chicken have hair too, right?
Yeah, it's a different thing.
You're there to chop the neck or wring the neck or
That's
whatever,
different.
like so
you're
you
eating that different.
right,
Like,
so
it's a different vibe.
and it's a smell, it's a certain smell to it. When like a fresh kill, it have a certain smell, and even when you cook fresh meat, it smells a certain way, it tastes a certain way, and like you more have respect for everything. I don't know how to describe it. Like, yeah. It's a real sacrifice because you experience the sacrifice. Sacrifice. If you didn't experience the sacrifice, it's not a sacrifice. You get it? Because sacrifice means to end a life. Like if you never did it for the sacrifice, then you haven't sacrificed anything. Does that make sense?
It's a wild thing.
Like you have to kill the animal, otherwise you it's a empty eat. Like it's a cold
I
eat.
really think
You understand?
a science,
Yeah.
a real
Mhm.
life force thing.
Yes. Like may I tell you, so you're gonna get if you eat nothing wrong with certain things. If you hunt and eat, are you that? You see, if you buy and eat, you will get cancer because
Mad thing.
the thing, you're outside of the thing. You cheat, you go around, you try go around certain
Yeah.
things.
Mad thing.
You have to sacrifice and eat, bro.
Mad thing.
Mm-hmm. You understand me? Otherwise, you miss the whole thing.
But that's why the people that men face it, it's a strictly artificial world. A lot of them live their whole life. They never see no grow, they never see no animal killed. But they will eat meat every day. They
Yeah.
never see animal killed. They
Yeah.
eat food every day. They never see a plant grow. They never read no food.
Yeah, you never fish. You never fish a fish. Like you never eat a fish where you catch.
So their mind can't even grasp certain things. Like they can't even grasp certain things.
Not true.
It's a whole different.
and I hit a cause the problem.
Yeah.
Because
An artificial environment.
your mind, the mind cannot. Is that a natural mind? Is a warped mind.
It's a zoo animal, like them live in a zoo, like them like it's a zoo thing. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
A zoo thing.
The analysis like is superb.
Like I can't.
That is a superb take. A zoo thing. Hashtag a zoo thing.
Yeah.
Nobody won't know what the hell is being being talked about. Say, well, no, say a zoo vibes when underneath. Don't.
Because zoo vibes, I mean, like straight, like zoo vibes.
Zoo vibes. That's the greatest thing. Do you know how genius that? Like, do you know how? Oh my goodness, this is like. No one, I don't know if these people understand how what this thing is like. To understand that it's zoo vibes happening, like that's all where you see it happen. Like, you understand me? Like, you know, like you're not a real human being, like under the real condition of what the thing to set. Like your program. You understand? Them take zoo vibes program you.
A zoo vibe because you can't get anything on your home.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you ever see when like a man like rise, like a man rise a lion, like you take a lion for rise, and the lion become big and start beat him in the house. Him have to lead him get away, and them decide to say, yo, let me put him in the wild, or you have a monkey or one chimps or something. And you say, yo, this man too strong for in the house, he might go kill people in the house, man. I want them can let off. And some of them can't do it. Because them never have no mother to show them certain things. To show them how to hunt and all these things. But you have a next set where can do it. Them can adapt by them own instinct, them learn. You understand? A man go let off like a man let go like a big lion. He was a adolescent but physically big, and him go out there and decide him and tell himself say him want go out there go live on him one. And the man come back one time and call to him. Then the man no forward.
Yeah.
Like couple a year or so after, like him come hug him up too.
Yeah.
But him find a life, him all have woman and picnic. Like, yeah, man, him find him where. You understand me? But you have a next set of animal like them wanna able to, you know what I deal with? Like them miss certain things from their mother, like, and them something that crucial to forage food or find. Them don't know the culture of whatever species them is. So you put them in the wild, they come in like a sitting ducks. You understand me? In a certain way.
They just get killed quick.
Yeah, man, them dead very easy. You understand? You understand? So them something they call zoo vibes. Like you can't put a zoo like a zoo whatever. Yeah. Yeah, acclimate. You have to give them little, yeah. Cause you can't train them back because them are animals send speed. Like, you don't care how much pants you put on him or a hat or whatever, like, if you understand, him can't adapt back.
Not certain instincts.
Yeah. So him have certain survival instinct, which is what is imperative for him survival. Him can't make your interruption, you capture him, you kidnap him and know him turn full idiot.
But what I say is like a survival. It's a survival. Like you have everything like sustain you like.
Right.
Like, you have a little habitat for them like.
Yeah. And like
habitat.
every day a person come out with a trough, like a trough. And like with some food and gear, like you don't have to go look
Yeah,
it
like
like
you have food, you can get food, like you have some like you take them out some rocks or some like some tree or something like you can run around like look like your habitat liquor like
yeah.
you look like your natural habitat liquor bit like
Yeah.
you can feel like you know you think like look a bit try to simulate like like a simulation but like every food you're not hunt like what you usually hunt like them will bring you something like
Right.
them will bring you some food or some water like.
No, but like that's the thing, like that's the thing why we just respect life certain way, like I'm in there Jamaica, like the simplest thing, like if you do the simplest thing, a whole heap of work here, like for instance, just make it if we want to make simple thing when I always drink every day lemonade, it's a big deal. Number one, we cannot use the tap water for mix the juice. So me have to go at the water place. So me have to go water place, go buy water, go bring back water, go carry it upstairs, every jug, every bottle them. Right? Alright, so boom. Then me have to go look citrus. What am I doing when I'm looking citrus? I'm actually going to check small farmers basically. So that means that if there's no yield based on weather and what have you, there's no whatever I may not be able to get lime. I may not be able to get a lemon. I may not be able to get orange. I may not be able. You see what I'm saying? Me have to go look sugar out of the wholesale or whatever. So me have to get all these ingredients and me have to look them. They're not at one place. The people them with fruits, them they one place. Like you see if it's Sunday or if it's this day, them not go dead here.
Right.
You see if it X amount of time, if we decide, oh, them not dead. You see if it's a rain, them good and not dead.
Yeah, it's a lot of, yeah.
So me have to plan ahead, me have to buy a whole heap of citrus like a day when me never have it to put down in case because me have to remember the days and me have to remember all these things because me say me want something to drink. Right?
Yeah.
So there's so much things that have to happen. Like all right, tomorrow's a holiday, so the water shop is not gonna be open, right? And I only have a little bit of water, but I'm not paying attention to that because I have another stuff to do. Then the day get late, I'm gonna turn around, no water. Me not gonna get that drink tomorrow. It won't happen. It's just impossible. I didn't set up for it. Just to have a glass of lemonade, bro. Like, so I'm just, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so, but that makes the drink so much more dear and like it's so, it becomes a whole other thing. You understand me? I deal with, so like, I'm like, yo, like, people don't understand. It just tempers you to be a certain way, like. People don't understand, and then when you see people, simple as you see them, you don't know what they've been through, bro.
Exactly.
You don't know what people endure to be before you right now. Do you understand me? And immigrants and like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you don't know what you don't even know what you're talking about.
It's not ignorance, pure ignorance. They don't know.
We are not the people to be looking at like how you're doing. Like there's like, oh my goodness, bro. Them will pre us and immigrants in Caribbean but them love the white man them. They said white man them where stormed the capital And them same one them work for when them go home back, and them same neighbors and all these with them love and he Mr. And he and her. Right? And them same one, because a lot of those people was even politicians from where them coming from, and people with job and all these things. And have nigger friend and all the so-called nigger friend and all these things. And when they go back at the yard, hey neighbor, and meanwhile them hate your blood clot.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, right? And then they might turn around and pre us and say we are foreigner.
Crazy.
You're a foreigner to your own self. You don't even know your own self. You're siding with the wrong set of crowd, bro. Wrong
So
crowd.
who are they gonna stand with? Like, you know, it's crazy.
Sick, bro. Sick.
Like, who you gonna stand with? Like, you gonna go into a liquor corner by yourself? Like,
Weird.
okay.
Because they think, or who? You're going to go with the white man and who you're defending and who you're trying to be like?
Yeah, like you're American, right?
Yeah, they're going to slaughter you. We're not going to be a lamb to the slaughter. Because we still don't know who we be and who we is.
Some of them, some of them go, let's sound the capital with them, like, 2 months, 1 or 2 months.
I saw 1 and 2 mix. I saw 1 and 2 mix, brother. Yo,
2 months.
you just reminded me, yo, this guy when named Ali Alexander, yo. You know of him?
No, no, no.
Me don't know a Wemby, but he's very dark skinned and he's the one. I think he might be an Indian or might be a Pakistan. Me don't know who him be. But he is very dark skinned and he's the one that he was the author of Stop the Steal. He's like a dark skinned conservative. Me don't know if he's
I think I know who you're talking
I don't know if
about.
he's a South Asian or what, because him always have on a hat, so I don't know if you understand, but the way I'm talk and the way
I
I'm
think I
going.
know what you're talking about. I wanted to say this so I kind of cool as a black man to get to the something or something.
Pose as a black
Probably
man.
him, you know. I'll probably him.
Pose as a, well, anyway. See,
Pose as a black man.
like listen to that language.
No, maybe it's not him. It's maybe not him.
It good at him.
It was some South Asian guy.
It good at him because him look like the type of, because he's a full blown right wing man. Like,
Right, so it's a guy like that.
yeah, and he look like a so.
Forgets it now. It's kind of like to try to go against affirmative action.
Okay. That's
And
cool.
just support him towards as a black man, some shit.
Pose as a black man. You is a black man. Your skin black like Bumbo and
Exactly.
fuck.
Stupid.
Like-
That's how I know that black thing's stupid. Like,
Exactly. Like, him a more Bumbo well black than me.
Exactly.
So-
So while you pause, that's why they might try to use that as like, see, like, and then that's why it's not about skin color.
Exactly.
Not about skin color.
It's about legacy and ethnicity and history, and it's about a lot of stuff.
Because he could have posed as a black man because he was like.
Exactly. He was.
But nah, still up.
Exactly. I might not see what he might see. Because
I'm not
these.
seeing for what he is.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Hilarious.
he was posed as a different ethnicity, maybe.
Exactly. But
You know what I mean?
but because there's so-called black people that look exactly like you, same
Exactly.
exact face, same exact hair texture, same exact everything, same exact
Exactly.
ethnicity.
Exactly.
Because you could be a Trinidadian that has the same exact bloodline, like have the same bloodline as you, and then like just culturally you end up in a certain situation and then boom, you're black all of a sudden. You get what I'm saying to you?
Exactly.
Like I know people who are Indian, but they are black to themselves or to people based on their cultural situation.
Yeah.
Like you understand me? Like Fabulous is Dominican, but because he didn't grow with his father them and he grew with his West Indian people them, he doesn't see himself as Dominican. He doesn't see himself as Hispanic, but he is Hispanic. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Like he's the exact bloodline and ethnicity as all the other like people in in Republic of Dominicano or whatever, Dominica, right? So like, but it's true cultural situation. Him just adapt a certain way of doing things and a certain way of looking at things. But his ethnicity is identical to those people. So it's just a circumstantial thing can put you in a certain place. Um, I don't know. Oh, okay. I mean, I know. Yeah.
Never mind that it touched something.
But just through circumstantial thing, through economy, your people then move a one Caribbean country from South Asia, and then something happen. Just like the people them sex this person, and then you come mix up with those people, or you didn't even do that. You just come be in a certain
Right.
Be-
Circumstance.
yeah, like some youth like where we did that where we did a par with where name Indian, like you have some Indian youth where we're there with we and like in come play music.
Look at Karen
Right,
from Tech.
right, right. Like that just so it go. Like it just got away with it. Like
Or Leroy.
right.
Like,
Right.
So it go. Like, what?
Right. Like culturally they're part of the same culture. They're part of the same nationality. Even though they may have different
Stupid. Like, it's a real dumb thing like that they be going on with. Like, it's a real dumb thing that be going on with.
right? You could have diverse ethnic branches, like, and still be part of the same culture.
Black is a political term.
Exactly. Exactly, and that means that, and so it's based on policy. Like it's like based on policy, you could say, okay, that person is black and that person is not.
Right. It's political.
Right.
It's political.
Because it's no real biology to it because of all the things we know. So, so these are the things. So, we know I got, we don't know what some people up to. Like, it has to be, it has to get,
It's dumb as hell. Like, it's dumb as hell.
it has to get sorted out. Like, and like, it's not even, and it's not the so-called Europeans or the so-called white people that's the problem right now.
Nope. Nope. It's not. Even though they're part of the problem.
They are a problem, but they're not the problem.
Nope.
Right? You understand? I mean, they're not the problem, like, which would mean like the most. You know what I mean? I said pressing issue, the thing where I got, you understand, derail the thing the most. You understand? Them for them thing a natural thing. Like them are gonna do what them a do. You can't even worry about that part of it. You can't even bother worry about that part. You have to worry about what you are doing. That's the main thing where you have to focus on.
Yeah, but this thing here I gotta take a while for
Yeah.
reach a fruition, like reach a full circle.
Yeah. As I'm saying, change happens slowly or not at all.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? Change happens slowly or not at all, and I believe that because it no must change. Like it's super difficult to get it going, and it'll take long for take and whole heap of things that make it don't want to be like it don't want to change. So it most likely won't change. You know the way that like,
Yeah, but
like
it's time. It's over time.
everything have its time and season, but like.
Time,
But like me always I tell myself say, you understand? Don't get too excited about nothing, so you know get get too jumpy and like when you see certain stark reality, you know.
Forces of time.
Yeah,
Forces of time. Just
yeah.
like when the forces of time bring it to this,
Of course,
to bring it to something else.
Sure,
like,
because-
at a point, like, and it's already there for certain people.
but it could have find where we are talk foolishness right now. The talk what we are talk, we said podcast, everything. We are talk about internet same way, everything. Only thing we are talk foolishness because we not reach to because the time no reach us where we could have know things like. Cause we never make ourselves know certain things. Things and time make we know. You understand?
Exactly.
Certain things. So we have to give thanks because we never design say we are gonna born this time because we want to we want to experience them something. So when we grow to this age, me I can know this. No, you never plan out that. You just born and come know things and go bombard, give thanks. So you have to truly give thanks. There's even anyone that know anything. Because if we know something, that means someone else knows something. I could know we want.
I can't always, man, I look fun and I say, like, man, for me to watch them example there, because we even see the example already, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Study the example already. I say, lady asks him one thing, say, right now, I think that too vulgar, like, to me use that thing that, like,
Yeah, man.
I really want to use that thing that, like, that thing that vulgar, like.
You throw me off, like you throw the man, you throw off.
Like, I really describe people that way,
Yeah.
people are the same, you know what I mean? Like, I really.
Yeah, you throw me off like you carry me one way, like you carry me at one side when me not, like the meds off, bro.
Like, like the color thing that you mean, like, you upset with that, like.
It's upsetting, like.
I mean, deal with it.
But she can't even understand the vibes there. She can't even know him. She don't even get
Because
it.
from America, it's like.
So damaged.
Like, U.S. is so, like, race is so much a part of the cultural, like, fabric, like, there's no escaping it, like, it's baked into everything, like, it's so intrinsic, you know what I mean, like, the whole thing built off of that,
Mm-hmm.
so, like, it's difficult to not see through that lens.
Can you imagine? Them are look on God Almighty and I tell them about black and nigger and all these things. Like, you're rude.
I say, like, right now, like, we're trying to get us from the thing they call people are the same, like, if I call people and think that it's kind of weird, like.
Yeah, you make it look bad, like you make the place seem a weird.
Weird, like, aren't you supposed to be one nation, like
You make it
what
look.
kind of thing would I deal with, like?
You make me feel.
That's the thing they haven't been able to get, like this division thing within the nation.
Yeah, man, them man try to say, you make me feel funny now myself, like, you understand, like, I feel strange.
And it's right now a U.S. thing, like, on that side of the thing, so, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
When if it's set up more reasonable, like,
As I try to tell them, I look where the thing reached now.
like when people come out your country, like, you should know if you talk to people and have reasonable argument, like, and stop trying to prove your race theory, like.
I look where the thing reached now, like, if they listen, like,
Who don't never hear?
it would reach to this.
No?
When I saw the capital racism and the thing that
Yeah.
I carry racist symbols and all kinds.
You know what I mean? Dealing? Like, that's how the thing reach. You understand? And you yourself, and look, and
Man, I can't try to flag on Camp Auschwitz shirt and all kinds.
yeah. And like, can you imagine, like, all these bigotry, like, the bigotry reach a level where them use bigotry and it becomes hang Mike Pence. Because he never overturned the thing. Yeah, but it's funny because, yeah, I'm listening.
It's funny because, like, these things are in plain sight. And it's still, like some Republican guys is like, nah, like, nothing wrong. Like,
That's the thing wrong with, like, they're threatened in every way. They cannot go against. This is when you know that it's bigger than a person. They can't make a decision on their own. There's no such thing as that. They have to. It's a force. You see me? I do. It's a God. You know what I mean? Like they're praying to a certain God. Like they have a certain God. Like there's a certain. There's a strength with them I rely upon. You understand me? I say, like that bigotry vibe. That just the whole vibe with them depend. Like it's a God, it's a force, it's an energy, right?
Yeah.
It's and they cannot, if they don't, like, what do they have? Like, it's not about like, oh, this is right, this is wrong. No, you have to serve your God. Like, whatever you, like, when you make a decision, when you pray to that God, or you speak to that God, or your thoughts come from
Serve.
the interaction, yes, of that energy. Like, you can't come outside of it. That's why you'll see a guy like the guy that they like Mike Pence, them, like, nearly, like, they said hang Mike Pence. He doesn't see that as anything. Like, yeah man, like, them just said that, man. But you don't know what the thing go. Like, him not gonna say, yo, what about car, what about hang me, and then like start hand over Trump thing, and like start like yeah, me I say turn the thing, like, no, this I got too far. The man has start about hang me, the man we hold the order from so long. And you know,
Crazy.
like, so that means so it's a mad something. It's not like a real, like, thought out. Is a
So
real.
that mean on a return on the one another, like, in no time, like.
This is no one is bigger than the energy that God. Like,
Right, like Mike Pence was right there with that.
yeah, and he can be sacrificed.
All of a sudden, you're gonna do what you want, and ready to kill him, like.
And he couldn't do it, and y'all didn't business. Like,
So, like,
it's just a sacrifice. It's just for, like, let off
and
blood
that's your dude, like
Yep.
that's your president.
out of anybody. That's a reliable guy for you all.
That's your president. That's like not even like saying that. That's throwing him under the bus. Like,
Yep.
so like yo, the thing that have no honor, like
None.
the thing that have no honor.
So they have to pretend like it's all good, and like, and it's just like, yeah, well, thing what happened. No normal thing not going on, brother. Like, we're not real wicked.
And then, and like the guys that for vote and them things, like, it's a funny thing because they gotta actually sit there with everything we're on. I said, no, man, nothing around. So it's very interesting. Very interesting.
My name use doodle and wipe on the wall.
Man, them threaten the government people, man, them Russia, in at the government actually where the government people must run up and down.
Yeah.
And one such of them is saying, yo, nothing around.
Yeah, everything good.
So right now, their own thing is building up. Their own hatred is building up. Their own thing is building up. It's gonna be a fight. Like, a fight.
No.
It's
It's basically the same exact energy, the same exact argument, the same exact people, the same exact bloodlines that fought in the Civil War. It's the exact same people, same exact situation, same exact. Remain that way until someone does something different. Namely, see again, like, these people, these so-called, we said descendants of Noah, them done super bad because they feel like they're better than people, so they don't actually educate themselves. They just walk around like they're better. Like, so, and that's a big problem. Because, like, when you actually, there's one time, one place for you already. Now, son, you're bright.
The thing I got up with it, certain thing I got.
Biologically, it not working. Like naturally, it can't work. You understand me? I said like all what them I do, all the little racism and bigotry and all these things where them I keep up with, it naturally gonna stop.
Well, that's why they're going crazy right now.
Right, because this is desperation. It cannot work.
Nah,
Hmm?
only with a little bit.
And all this effort, all this genocide, all this kill out everything, all this disease. Not even my 300 years, bro. They couldn't even get a good 300 years out of it.
Non-stop. Gotta be rational and feel the pressure of the minority.
Mm-hmm.
So the pressure kind of upsets you. Think you're besieged, like you feel besieged because you're a minority in the Americas. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like common, like it's limited. Like the Americas is not you.
Nope.
You're surrounded by other different people. So
That belong here.
right, you're not like that's why the paranoia.
Exactly.
Certain ones that want like feel like yo, like the thing of an overrun is what to try and get ahead of it.
Exactly.
And then when they said, no man, we keep the white supremacy like oh I think like we can't have it, I want to cover that this like that's a bit of wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's a piece of thing. Like the wall thing get ruined. Wall get lifted at tracks. Like,
You're seeing, but you're exposing yourself.
piece of wall put up, like piece of wall put up.
Yeah, portion of the wall. A short portion of the wall they put up still.
Yeah, the thing is fine.
Like anything short of a complete wall is equal to no wall.
Yeah, just fine.
Like if I could walk around your wall, you don't have a wall.
Yeah, the man that put up a small wall. Put up a small wall.
That's hilarious to me.
Man, just a walk around that. Man.
Come on, man. But
Man, a walk around that.
come on. But wall is politics.
Yeah,
A wall
that's a joke.
is politics. It means I'm doing something to make you feel safe, or that I'm addressing whatever issues you may have with security, or like with your with fear or whatever. So you cannot wall off the continent. Yeah, China? You can't wall off the continent. And if you wall it off, people can go underneath, people can use the sea, people can use the air. You understand what I said?
The beautiful, but politics kind of said, that's a dumb, like, you go for that.
Y'all call me FaceTime now.
Oh, yeah?
You wanna see me?
No, man, we never been to that.
Me say you wanna see me.
No, man, never been to that.
That's just funny to me. I'm talking to somebody.
Touching things
Well,
and keep on touching things.
but I'm feeling crazy, bro. Like, feeling super crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No, man, at time, something I'm going at time. Really, if I think I'm going, like, very favorite sometimes. Not like.
No, well.
It's a room, the thing is serious.
I'll tell you if you know, sir. Sorry if you do it, but tell you if you know Bible real. Everything what the Bible says it happen. Sorry. And that's what I know, say, I don't know idiot thing, I don't know spooky thing, a real science. Because spooky thing can't be the thing. 2 plus 2 is not spooky. There's a reality to it. Right? Like aerodynamics is not spooky. It's a reality. Thermonuclear physics is a reality. Electricity is a reality. You know what I mean? I said like there's certain things that can be like dealt with in a scientific way. If you don't know it, it coming like a magic. Right? But there's a reality to things. Right? So the same way, in that same way, whatever's happening that's making the Bible able to be a predictive literature and something that you can learn from in the strange way that it teaches different from every other document or whatever. It's a science people are going on for that. That most people don't understand. So it's like, oh, it's gotta be like whatever. You understand me? Like, it's a work on a different frequency than Quran. It's a work on a different frequency than Buddha. And that no means that them people not draw from certain things.
Right.
We can show you the pluses of that. Like even Tao Te Ching. Like, I fuck with the Tao Te Ching. You understand me? Like, I fuck with Tao Te Ching. I fuck with like certain things. Like, certain wisdom is wisdom. You understand me? I deal with like.
I remember when I was speaking to Bada Bakita.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that shit. I fuck with that shit. Like just like I was even talking to my brother like a couple of nights ago. I was talking about because he's on the Wu-Tang show now, right? Wu-Tang them have a show, right? You hear me?
Yeah, man, yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, man. Wu-Tang them have a TV show now. I don't know if you know about it. Eh? Yeah, man, them have a TV show. Yeah, man, RZA do a TV show to show the history of Wu-Tang them as a series.
They said RZA people did have a verse.
Yeah, Preem. Yeah. We watched it live. Yeah, but anyway. But RZA do the show, and my brother come back from Jamaica a couple, weeks ago to come do the show with them. So him did it so, but him know because he was young at the time when he was around, but he was young during these things. We were more older, so I more know about these things where it did happen on a level. So he always call me and ask me or text me, yo, what's this, what's that, because he might try to understand the story, because he might feel help deal with, the filming and stuff. So it's just interesting, you know what I mean? It's just interesting to me. Yeah, what was I gonna say? We were talking about something, and I could have sworn I had a point, but don't remember. could have swear we was going to something, but we can't remember.
About being not knowing, like, when they say your brother was younger, that's all.
Right.
Trying to find what I'm saying, because it's so much fun.
Right. But I was trying to find out what point I was trying to correlate it to that you were saying, but I can't remember now. It sucks. But,
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, I think about Wally Patin. Something you said reminded me of that shit, but now I can't remember what it was. Wah,
no
wah.
idea.
Wah, 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 wah.
Shit happens.
That's correct, sir.
But, I don't know. Like, we're not talking about
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember now. Because I would have said like I fuck with the Dollar Jing, and you would say that on the back of the Gita and all that something like we mess with those documents and those texts, and then I was saying like we was talking and I was like, yo, I was talking about some shit, and I was like, yeah, like that's your 1 to 10s and your 1 to 20, and I was like, yo, like because like I fuck with the 5% nation of gods and earths, like. And I was gonna say I used to be now. I was like, but I never left. I'm still in it. You understand what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Here's how I know I'm not lying. Because my brother remembers. He remembers. He was like, yeah, I actually remember when I used to study and I used to be in that. Like, I remember that. So I know I'm not just saying things. That was the time when he goes, what? Like, I don't remember that. Like, that word, that's what was happening? And that would kind of give you an idea, like, this nigga's lying. Like, his brother was there and he doesn't remember anything like that. No, nigga. He remembers. Like, niggas know. Niggas know because it's real shit. Like, when I say, yo, I used to this and that. Why would I say, like, what kind of a weirdo would you be? Yo. I was in the 5% nation, and you wasn't. Whoa! Like you just what? You weren't?
That was a shit at the point, boy.
Are you crazy? But like, it wasn't even a shit. Like, it was almost like the position I was in. It was the only thing that I had to do. I didn't even really have an opportunity to be in the Zulu Nation because it was the 5% Nation against the Zulu Nation at that point. Like enough fights used to go on. Like we used to have to go fight niggas in the Zulu Nation. Like just off of because they were the Zulu Nation. Like it was crazy, and I was way too young to really understand why. All I knew is that's what it was supposed to be.
That's what was done. Man.
Yep, that's it. Like that, you just do it, right? So like I got my 1 to 10, I got my 1 to 20. You understand what I mean? Like I was telling my brother, like recalling like what happened, and he was like, yo, I remember that. Like he remembers because there's key things that I'll say that will be part of his memory. So it's not. So I'm not lying, bro. Like I remember all of these things. I remember all the person. I remember trying to get a name, choose a name for myself. I remember choosing a name. I remember the name being rejected. All these things. Like I remember coming to tech and niggas that was like my like niggas that was over me, like certain guys that was like that. You understand me? That gave me my lessons and like that I looked up to. They was in tech. Like Messiah them and all of that. Like so as soon as I came in tech, I was at the senior table. Because of that, because of being in the Nation of Islam, low key. No, I mean the Nation of Gods and Earth. Like literally, I didn't think about it that way, but literally niggas that I knew, you know what I'm saying, from the 5% Nation, was in tech. So I didn't like have no like funny like freshman problems. You dig what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, And I had nothing to do with me. I had no fear, like, oh no, I'm a freshman. Nah.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga Dre was in the school. I went to school with Dre. Dre was a sophomore. Like, I knew seniors. Like, you dig? Come on. So, like, it was a different vibes. Like, it was a different vibes. Like, totally different. Right? The first girl that even was, like, started to know was, like, Penny, like, Penelope and them, like, that was seniors when I came in as a freshman. You understand me? Like, with Gucci bags and all of that, like, and big bamboo earrings and all of that, like, from those days. Like, you understand me? Like, so, yo, the shit, but, like, yeah, but, like, that shit was, but the point that we was making earlier was, like, there's different schools of thought that are valid and useful in their own way. So it's nothing to arbitrarily scoff at. You know what I mean? It's not like oh. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
it's coming from a long way.
yeah.
Like, these things is a part of the whole, like, experience.
Yes. Yes.
A violent team.
Like, yo, like Jesus Christ is a 5%. Jesus Christ said what? And what he said? He said what? He said, "Ye are all." Boom. Boom. The end. I mean, I say these things with a slight tongue in cheek, but not really. I'm also dead serious in a lot of ways. Like, it's a real thing to me in a certain way, like, because things dovetail in an interesting way, because, like, the truth of life is the truth of life. Like, it's just perspective at that point. Right? And your perspective is useful to you based on the functionality of it. If your perspective is helpful to you, then it's good.
Mind is everything.
Exactly.
Mind is everything.
Exactly. Right.
I got determined to the truth.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, approach it.
That does everything. Like, Christianity is better than 5% nation. I guess you could say that. But what?
That's still going. That's better.
Like, that's what I'm saying. But which Christianity? Like, whose Christianity? When? When are you talking about? Because, like, I can't.
These blanket statements are problematic.
Right. I can't necessarily implement first century Christianity in the 80s.
These are blanket statements.
As, you know what I mean? Like, because that would be a better system, but then the whole history between then and the time that we're talking about couldn't have happened. The centuries went by, bro. So, like, people got to use other socio-political systems to survive.
We could go further.
Right, like,
These are the blanket statements.
exactly.
These are the generic blanket statements. Like, it's not helping anything.
No, it isn't.
We're not really getting to what we're saying.
Nope. And we're definitely not solving any problems that we may have or any issues that we
We're not
need.
saying anything.
Like, nah, niggas need to, like, wake up. Like, you gotta know what the point of things are. Like, you don't just do things for whatever reason,
Not
for no
just
reason.
saying shit.
Yeah.
Just saying shit. Like, what's the point of it?
Mm-hmm. You know, like, we have to, anyway, you know, like, I don't know. You know, I'm just trying to just trying to get some work done here at times. Like before it's all said and done. I got some records here that I'm trying to finish, including your record. Like I just really wanna get to it, but I have painting and all kind of shit to do. Like I have like construction work to do. It's like fuck, bro. Like it's like I gotta fix up my daughter's room because you understand we have more picnic now. So we have to set up the place. So it's a lot of things that's stopping me from doing what I want to do with certain things. It's not because I don't want to do it, or like I just like the physical time is very difficult to squeeze everything in. And then the thing with music is not like it's not bean counting. You understand what I'm saying? Like okay, I can scrape out an hour. I may just listen to the shit for that hour. I may not do anything to it because like I'm trying to figure out what to do next, and sometimes I'll just be sitting there listening to it and just doing things in my mind like okay, I could do that. Okay, this is that. All right, wow. Okay, I didn't really realize that, and whatever the case is, like, and then one time I go, oh, I know what I want to do, and then like that will turn into a whole thing. Like I'll you know what I mean? But it's not every time you sit down with a song, I change it or figure out how to go forward at that very moment. But I still need that time to meds the record. You understand what I mean? Like I am working, doesn't mean that I changed anything or got more done in terms of development, but I put more time into the song. In other words, meds the song more, and they can't change nothing or do anything until it meds the song. Like it's not just you just go there and you put in your time and you just do, like it's not a set thing. It's an imagination. It's creativity. So you right. So it's like sometimes I may be right. Like all right, the other night, like I'm sure I sent you. Did I ever send you something with Manonian? Like it's a bassist that wears like a ski mask, or he wears like it's a bassist youth, but like he's ill. But so I watch, he's in my algorithm. So if he puts out something, it'll come up. And sometimes older things will just come up because he's just in my algorithm because I listen to his stuff. And then the other day, I was playing, I was working on the song, and then all of a sudden, like one of his videos come up with him playing Africa, like with some other dudes. I was like, whoa, and it was like years ago, so it's like, or it was before now, it wasn't a new video then. So it was so interesting to me that would come up, like during the time that I'm like dealing with that song. And like just to listen to them deal with it and like how they handled it, and it's just interesting to me. Like, and it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that I listened to it and did anything that they did, because I'm doing something totally different than they did. But it's just interesting to me, like that these things come up. Like, it was a hit in Jamaica at one time, like in the last couple years, like the last 3 years or 4 years. It was a recent hit in Jamaica and stuff like that. And like, it was really going, but like, you know what I mean? It's good to make it die down liquid. And that's one of the reasons why I want to do something totally different that no one else has done, which is do a dancehall version. Even though, Tony Mataran did kind of do a kind of one. Because there's, if you listen to, the beginning of Dirty Wine, I think it is. Like there's a kind of Africa like thing happening there. I don't know if I pointed that out to you before. It was interesting because like like when there's like a song before the song starts. like that song before Dirty One started is like a kind of Africa song, like, kind of, and it's like real. And it was funny too is that like I found that like I was looking for drum sounds for the one we're doing when I found, and I was like, oh, and I just happened to play the Dirty One. I was like, maybe they have some sounds that I could pull from so I could have like some modern like percussion. And then Africa starts playing. I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, I'm like, yo, I'm looking for a drum sound for Africa, and I play this song to find the drum sounds, and then Africa plays. Like, it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Insert Twilight Zone song here. So this a theme song here. So there's many reasons why signs have shown me to do this song. Do you understand me? Like, still happening. It's still happening. Like, and I'm like, man. Like just like I said, a couple of days ago, like Africa comes up, like, and not just any Africa, like somebody that I mess with, like that. Anything that I see up there with him, I'll click on it just to see what he does, like, because it's so interesting and so talented. Like this nigga be playing, like there'll be like a couple years ago there was like, you know, like when there's like just viral videos of people just talking or arguing or something, like someone peculiar like looking or something, or they said something peculiar or whatever. He'll do a split screen and play what they're saying. Like, and the person's like, I don't want to go, and he's like, no. Like, I'm like, don't do it, and he's like, don't, like, don't do, like he's playing the notes of what the person's saying. It's bananas. Like, it's like, wow.
That's crazy.
Like, he's not even like, he plays with other musicians, he plays like with other things, but he was doing a series of videos one time that was just, to me, that was it. Like, he's another world. He's a different you. Like, and he was like, I can't even describe. I gotta send you one of these like one time. Like, he's playing what they're saying on the bass. I'm done. I'm fully done. You don't get better than that. His ear, like, to hear all of that. Like, I know that people use notes, but to decide and can do it, like, even if you decide, say, yo, I'm gonna do it. Maybe you don't. He's doing it. You understand? He has a whole series of notes. But yeah, like, yep. And no one beers. No one beers. You can't find this. You can't find the notes and know where them there. And like what, and I can see how it can happen. Like, because I remember when I didn't know anything, and like, I remember like being like in a certain place for a long time because I didn't practice. And then like I remember deciding like, damn, I gotta at least see what happens if I practice for once in my life. You understand me? Instead of being a lazy piece of shit my whole life. Wow, like, how are you gonna know what you could be if you're a piece of garbage, like, forever? So I'm like, all right, let me see what it's like to be a person with ambition. You understand me? And I started trying to practice as much as possible, and like, I actually got better. Wow, who knew? No, seriously, I actually got better, and not better as in like you're Jimi Hendrix now. It's not about that. It's about seeing, like, noticing that, wow, like if you repeat these things and you explore these things, like your muscle memory, like, is a real thing, and like you can learn about what human beings can do. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know, like, I learned a lot about like how we're wired and how we are just by experimenting on myself and like figuring out, all right, let me see if I can teach myself this, or let me see if I can do that. And like, it's shockingly, because you don't know that you're gonna be able to do it. Like, especially like the guitar thing, like, it just feels like when you first start, it just feels like impossible. It just feels like, like, I swear I didn't think my hand meant the right way for guitar. Like when I first started, like my hand looked stupid to me. It just looked like just ignorant.
No way I mean.
No way. Like just going, and not like for vanity. Just doing it, like just for the love and just the ambition of just wanting to learn, not like so that you can be a star, so that you can do this, and so that you can. It wasn't that, right? Just to see if my mind and my body can learn something. Like, is that possible? Like, you understand? So we're going, and then it reached a stage where like I'm looking at my hand and I can't believe what it's doing. Like I'm like, me? Not like I know where I'm coming from. Like I'm saying, Mitten Hands McGee. Like every time my index finger moved, every last one of my finger then moved. I couldn't move my finger individually when I first started.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I was Mittens McGee, bro. Like my one finger controlled every other finger.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't know. It's an amazing thing when you realize how far you've come.
I can't believe it. And like and I just noticed it like because I'm so interested in trying to learn to hear. Like my ear is what guides me, not like I just want to hear something beautiful, so I keep on trying to hear what I want to hear. And then eventually I look up and I'm like, whoa, I'm way further than when I first started to try to get better. Like it's to the point where I can like play certain things without looking. Like I don't have to look. Like there was one time I had to keep watching both of my hands. Like I had to look at my right hand, look at my left hand, look at my right hand, try to keep. I mean, almost like when I first started driving, I couldn't keep the car straight. I would always be like veering to the right and then veering to the left. I just couldn't keep the car. And I remember thinking like, man, I can't wait till one day when I could just drive straight. And I couldn't do it at that time. And then one day, I woke up out of myself and I realized, oh shit, yeah, like I don't even remember when it happened, but it's the same thing with like I would just say first position, then let's call it what it is, like trying to avoid learning how to play in first position and then finally deciding and being horrible at it and then just keep on going until I'm starting to get certain things like to the point where I can play certain licks and certain transitions through chords, and I know naturally like yeah, right, and it's unbelievable. Like how did that happen? Like so what else can you do? Like what else could you do? Because I guarantee you, like this was very difficult stuff, things that I'm doing easily now, right? And like it's just crazy to me, and it's like I just wonder how much we can do. We can do like, and I was this way, and I was this fearless and this way when I was younger. Like I'm still that way, but I think I'm much more cautious. Like you understand me? I didn't give a fuck about nothing when I was younger. Nothing. Like you understand me? Like everything was possible. Like everything was possible. Like I still feel everything is possible, but I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with this guy. You know, this guy's. I see the problems, but like you know what I mean? Like if I saw the problems, I wouldn't do nothing. Yeah, right. I wouldn't even fuck with certain things if I knew how shit was gonna be, but I wouldn't have experienced certain things if I knew all of this, the stuff that I'm saying about thinking that. So I don't ever, I wish I knew. I'm glad I ain't know. I wouldn't have did shit. Cause fuck this shit. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. Cause niggas is you know what I mean? Like, Like niggas is don't nah, I don't care. And like I know what could be done. Like I've done. I know that you could do anything. I know it. I've done it. Like you understand me? Everything come with a toll and a price, but you can do anything.
Yeah.
You understand me? That's really what it is. I know you could do anything, but what exactly am I gonna do? That's really what it is, because whatever you decide to do, it takes certain amount of time and a certain amount of work. And like, is that really what you want to do? Like, is that gonna be beneficial? Like is that maximizing your time? So that's really what it is, deciding what to do. You understand me? Like, what is gonna be the most meaningful thing for me to invest time in? Because I've invested. Eh?
A lot to shaping up those small words. It's going to be ridiculous at the point.
It's already ridiculous. I've been you know, and it's a thing too, you know what I mean? Because I nearly lost my engineer the other day. You dig what I'm saying? My friend, my best friend, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I wanna do some work because like he's literally the fourth member. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he has a lot to do with me being able to like establish a sound for us and someone that understood what I was trying to do musically. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and was able to facilitate my ideas when I didn't know how to use a computer or the certain equipment. I just knew the drum machine and I knew, you know what I mean, the music, and I knew my friends. I knew how to fuck with my niggas. You understand what I mean? Like, but like I didn't like. But he was very instrumental in in the development, in the development. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I can show it in many ways, but you know, but I could talk about many things. Oh, this, that, but you know what it is. You understand me? But like, but even things that you weren't there for, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's there. You know what I mean? It's there. Like, niggas know what it is. Like, a nigga had a goddamn heart attack the other day. Shit fucked me up. You understand me? Shit fucked me up because, again, like, I'm afraid of these things. So I try to emotionally prepare myself for this type of shit for years. Because niggas had like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, weight problem, whatever, right? Next thing you know, niggas address it. Niggas lose wild weight, all kind of shit. So like, we like, in a sense, you're like, man, niggas like, kind of like, I'm so happy that you address it so that there's less chance of this. But the life you live after you, the clog up and the something them still they dead it. Even though, now if you never lose weight and it would have worse and would have dead. But still, the meat them and the whatever it was, me no know. Did clog up arteries and stuff like that from a time. That all when you slim down and all these things, it's still dead. The damage is already done, kind of something. So you have to be very mindful of what you're doing, liberty wise. You understand me? So that's what we learn out of that. You understand me? I said, like, because me I said, John, no, like, because we swear, so we dodged the bullet there, so because me I said, man, one at a time, the man, you know what I mean, the man did 300 odd pounds. You see me, I deal it? And then he come slim down to a significant level, so we I say, yes, we might have a chance, we might can squeak by, like, and we may still have squeak by, if you really look on it still. You understand? Because people have, you know, strokes and heart attacks and heart attack and all these things and survive and live their life. Like his wife did have one before this and lived for X amount of decade after that. And she still did it and all these things. You understand me? So like hopefully the same with him. Right? But like the point, I guess, we're going there, but the point is I want to do certain work. I want to celebrate and make man see the result of the something them.
Time virgin.
Like
Time virgin.
we know 19 and 20. You see me, I say so. Man can't. I make too much time doing that. I mean, I say nothing to you. I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to hurry up. I'm trying to. Right. I'm telling you because I know that a lot of responsibility as far as certain things is on me, and I'm trying my best to get certain things done, and I'm doing my best to get my workflow and my efficacy up. You understand me, I say? And like a lot of the things is and people don't go through the, because sometimes it's equipment, sometimes it's program, sometimes, you understand, like there's a delicate balance of your ability and then your tools, right? Because if you don't have good sharp tools, I don't care how good a carpenter you are, you're not going to be able to make precise furniture. You understand me? Like, you're going to look like an amateur, and I say, damn, are you do this? So, yo, I never have a chisel, like, nobody know I hear that. So your chisel never sharp, or you never have your toolbox, well, okay. Like, whatever, bro, like, that, you know what I mean? That chair look rough, so whatever happened, right? I mean, but slowly I put my things together, I have my tools, you know what I mean, for the most part. I'm like 90% up with programming, like programs, like 95% there. I have mostly everything I need, right? Now, the next thing, but now my programs are higher than my computer, really. You see me, I say? When me having on my computer, the capacity, if it runs smooth, I'm going to have to do surgery. I'm going to have to change the CPU, and I'm going to have to change the hard drive. Straight. Hard drive, I want a solid state hard drive, the SSD, and I want, it's probably a i1.5 in there, CPU processor, and I want to put like a 1.7. I-1.7 in there. If I do that, then I could boost my RAM up to from I was using for a long time. I was using 2 gigs of RAM. Then I changed it the other day, and I made it 16 because I had 2 empty slots. There's 4 slots for RAM, and I had 1 and 1. No, I had 2 and 2, and 2 empty slots. But then I put 4, right? 4 gigs. So I have, no empty slots and 4 in each instead of 2 empty slots and 2 in 2. But that's the only amount of RAM I can use in the drive what I have. If we put in more RAM, it just I go dead it not gonna get for use. You get me, answer? So I waste money if we do that. But if I put the solid state, then it can use all of that random access memory, and then my shit will be fast. And then I'll be able to use the programs and all the stuff without lagging and like even like remember like when I was trying to when I was editing the first joint that we did, when I did the video, I cut the video with the podcast that we did. I edited all of the. You remember the first one?
Yes.
With the dog whistle politics and the Roseanne and all of that stuff. And it took me 2 weeks to edit because the computer couldn't handle that stuff. Like I used to move one thing and the computer shut down. I have to start it over. You understand me, I said? Because it couldn't handle it. It didn't have the memory inside, and the random access memory or the hard drive never have the capacity so that the chunky program that's in there was cumbersome because it didn't have enough room to really move. You understand me, I said? So I have to do surgery on this thing and put in some new components in there so that I can really get busy. But nobody doesn't want to hear that, so I don't say these things.
Right.
No one wants to hear